Hey y'all, sorry, knocked the mouse on the floor, couldn't find it. Avery, how are you? Alright, y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up, put your chat on live chat. Hey Betty Joe, how are you? Avery,
Hello.
how are you?
Oh, I'm good, but I'm absolutely miserably stuffed.
Well, see, you shouldn't have ate so much.
I know. When I went to go get like a second bowl, I just got a half a bowl, and I was telling myself, "You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this." Um, but I did, and now I'm just so
And
full.
see, your own self was trying to give you expert advice and you did not listen.
I know, but that spaghetti that I made is freaking bomb. I mean, I knew I shouldn't have had more, but how did it go?
Hello.
Betty Joe,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. About to kill my kids, but good.
Oh, what are they doing?
Drive me nuts with this freaking case.
Oh, see, they should have been in here from the jump.
Thank you. That's what I said.
Tell them they're like 2.5 years late.
Yes. Sally
It's
Mae, are
my,
you feeling okay?
it's my
Hey,
son.
hey, Courtney. Well, it doesn't matter if it's your son, your daughter, both of them. They should have been in here from the jump and they would have known everything that we know.
I know. I know.
So just give him the link to the channel and tell him to come in the chat and just hang out with us and he'll leave you alone.
Right now they're watching. Annie Elise had put out something about the new thing coming out on Prime.
Yeah, that
Ah.
little that little shit. She
Hey,
got
Vapor.
she
She
got
got the link to watch it.
huh?
She got the link to watch it.
Yeah, well, so at first they sent out streamers and then they sent a link to watch it. Um Jason's in it too, and so he got the streamers and the link, so I've already seen most of it.
Yeah, but she's not showing it. She's just talking about different things.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not
Uh,
gonna say a word.
no,
But
don't spoil it for everybody else. Vapor,
No,
how are
I'm not.
you?
I'm
no.
not going to say a word, but there is a good bit of information that we didn't know.
I'm sure there's a lot of shit that we didn't know.
I can't wait till it comes on.
Yeah, July 11th, I believe,
The 11th.
and
Betty Joe.
I have the
Big
book
Brother
in
comes
my.
on tomorrow.
I've already pre-ordered the book.
Betty Joe.
What?
We have less than 24 hours.
I know. I said it comes on tomorrow.
I
Oh,
know, but
good
Avery wouldn't
grief!
shut up long enough for me to say it.
I know. She's got to ruin everything, don't she?
Oh my God!
Y'all, less than 24 hours and the new season comes out. Oh, shut up, Vapor. I don't care if you care or not. I am excited for it.
So am I. And then Friday is when the thing comes out on Prime for the Idaho 4.
Yeah, I need to watch that. Because live feeds, we won't have the feeds until the 13th. So I got to occupy my mind between tomorrow and the 13th.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do.
Nobody cares, but you're happy for me.
I'm going to watch Big Brother, and then I'm going to watch that thing on Prime. And then when the live feeds come up, that's what I'm going to be doing.
I'm just going to tell y'all right now when the live feeds hit, Scarlett might be MIA for a while.
Oh, we already know from last year.
I don't know. The season's going to be It's gonna be good, especially if they're the mystery house guest that they are
Do you really
claiming
going to be
is
her?
gonna be. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you this: if it is gonna be her, it's gonna be a juicy season
Oh yeah.
for
It's
sure. Hey Scott, how
me.
are you? Girl,
I'm
it
the
is not you. It is
I am the mystery guest.
You
no,
wouldn't.
because
Hold on.
you really wouldn't. You would not
Y'all
survive.
just wait. You'll
You
just
would not
wait.
survive 5 minutes in that house.
Shit, I'd be ruling. I would have everybody under my thumb.
No, you wouldn't. No, you
Yes, I
wouldn't.
would.
You would come out of there crying the first 5 minutes.
Avery would be in
No,
the DR talking about, please come help me.
no,
Yes, you would. You
no.
watched it.
But
Watch it. Watch it.
you got to understand though, it ain't just about the social gameplay. It's
No,
the you got the comps too.
Oh,
it's
I've watched them have to do all those challenges.
it's the competitions. It's the manipulation. It's oh, I'm
Last
your best friend.
season,
Talk behind
last
your back.
last season, I passed out just watching them run back and forth, putting what was it? They were was it like blocks or something that they were
Puzzle piece.
putting? And yeah, I passed out for them. I was out of breath after the second go.
Yeah. Well, it
You
ain't
would
just
make
that.
it. Okay, so let me get started on this case real quick, y'all. Um, and then we'll get back to Big Brother.
Oh, good gosh.
I'm just gonna say that I thought some, and I'm not putting all doctors into the statement, but I thought doctors were supposed to be like really smart people. Apparently, not all of them.
No, especially not this one.
Um, so this lady, she's from Oklahoma City. Her name is Dr. Neha Gupta. I'm assuming is her maiden name because her and her husband just recently got a divorce a couple of years ago, and he has a different last name. They shared a 4-year-old daughter together. Only kid that
Aria.
yes,
I think I know what case you're talking about.
it's been going on since the last part of June. I just heard about it today and got interested in it. Um, so Dr. Gupta, hey Elsie, how are you? And their daughter Aria leave Oklahoma City, go down to Miami for like a short vacation, and they're staying in an Airbnb. They get there sometime, from what I'm understanding, on June 26th, or maybe. Well, it had to be June 26th. I've seen June 25th is when they got into town, but according to the timeline that I have found, it was sometime earlier in the day on June 26th. They go to the beach. They hang out at the beach all day. They go riding jet skis, her and her daughter. Wait, did you see the news organization? Elsie, I saw that there was like 3 or 4 different new documents that came out. I haven't opened them all up yet, but I did see one of them that had a lot of news stations that was wanting all the information. She really Sally Mae at that I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, so they spent the day at the beach riding jet skis, all this and that. The doctor claims they get to the rental property around 7 to 8 p.m. that night, and Arya was asleep. So she claims that about 9 o'clock she wakes her up for dinner, and then her and Arya go back to sleep about 12:30, and they were co-sleeping in the bed in the master bedroom. The doctor is claiming at like 3:20 in the morning, she's woke up by this unidentified noise. She don't know what it is, whatever. She has woke up. She notices that the baby's not in the bed with her, and the sliding glass door that leads out to the patio is open. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to read something in the chat. So um, she goes outside. This is her story that she told. She goes outside, and her daughter is in the swimming pool, submerged in the water, in the deep end of the pool. But she can't jump in the pool, according to her statement to police, because she can't swim. But yet she was at the beach all day riding jet skis. I think there was something said about her, them going snorkeling and all this and that. So she stands outside of the pool for like 10 minutes trying to get her daughter out of the pool, allegedly, before she decides she's going to call 911. She calls the officers. They make it to the house. They get there like at 3:41 somewhere, or the call was made at 3:41. They get there within a few minutes. She leads them out to the backyard where the pool is. They jump in, they get the baby out. They start doing CPR, get her ready for transport, get her to the hospital. They take her straight to a trauma center that's local there. The baby at 4:28 a.m. is pronounced deceased. This is after all life-saving measures, CPR, everything that they could do to try to save this little girl's life. She was pronounced deceased. The dad, who is also a doctor at Oklahoma City at the same hospital and a professor at the same university, had no idea that the mom had taken the little girl even out of town because they're in this big, huge custody battle going on right now. She was wanting sole custody. He's trying to fight for his rights as a parent, and they're kind of going back and forth. She tells law enforcement that she woke her up, like I said, at 9 o'clock, fed her dinner, all this and that. She should have known, being a doctor, and she's a pediatric doctor. Okay, her and the ex-husband. The ex-husband is a pediatric gastroenterologist. I don't know what specialty in pediatrics she is, but she's in pediatrics as well. Um, she should have known that there's going to be an autopsy done. She should have known all the things that the autopsy would have shown when the report comes back. Everything that comes back in this report shows that there's no water in the lungs or the stomach of this little girl, meaning she was deceased before she was put into the water, and her stomach was empty. There was no food. So that contradicted the whole story about her eating at 9 o'clock. The mom goes back to Oklahoma, where then once the autopsy report comes out, they arrest her because they figure out that the mom, and if one of the mods can throw a trigger warning or just hit the trigger command or whatever for Nightbot and it'll pull it up. Um, the mom strangled her to death and then put her in the swimming pool to try to cover up the murder. Thank y'all. I was trying to wait till it hit, but Nightbot is.
So the mother did this?
Yes.
Hmm.
And this is a woman who is a doctor. She has been, hey, Courtney, she has been a doctor for over 6 years.
Wow.
Her husband is has he has he's been a doctor longer than her. But the fact is, you go through medical school, you go through all of this, you have to go through school for your specialty. You should know that whenever someone, whether it's a child or an adult, passes away in its suspicious circumstances, there's going to be an autopsy done. She
I
knew that
think
there,
I think she figured that they would just rule it a drowning and not do an autopsy. But
like
you
I
know,
said, apparently she's not very smart because
yeah,
why would you tell that you fed your child at 9 o'clock
mhm,
and then murder her or strangle
yeah,
her and then try to cover it up with a drowning knowing that she had no food in her body
Yeah, not only that, but she had bruising on her face and cuts in
inside of
her
in her
inside of her
mouth.
mouth. Yeah,
Yep,
from the smothering.
yep, because they did say that that was inconsistent with performing CPR.
So she did this to get back at her ex-husband because they um they got joint custody and she was denied full custody and she was
Right.
ordered to go take a mental health exam and she was also ordered to pay him $79,000 in court fees because she threw up all kinds of false allegations, dragging him back and forth to court over custody when it turns out that she was the one who had the mental problem. And right before the trip,
That
she got fired from the hospital.
Yeah, a month before, on May the 30th, she was fired and then handed her termination letter from both the hospital and the
that doesn't
university. And
give you a right to do what you did to your child.
no,
No,
it
but I
doesn't.
think she did it to get back at him.
So
That's
I'm
what I
trying
think.
to, girl, I have been all digging up in it, trying to find out why she was fired and terminated and everything
Yeah,
from the university.
they haven't released why the hospital fired her, but I suspect because the judge did order her to mental health, and I think I'm thinking she was probably let go for something to do with her mental health.
Right. Well, this is
That's
her.
yep, yep.
You can tell. I don't
Good
understand
girl.
a parent
And
hurting their child. I don't get it.
the house that she rented to do this in is an Airbnb, a $1.1 million house, 2,000 square feet for just her and her 4-year-old daughter. Just doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
And to go 1,300 miles away for a vacation, like the whole thing.
Well, why give a timeline of what you did that day of jet skiing, snorkeling, hanging out at the beach with your daughter, and then you tell
Hmm.
the cops I couldn't jump in the swimming pool because I don't know how to swim. Who gives a
Yeah.
fuck if you know
Yeah,
how
Okay.
to swim or not? You jump in there and you save your child. Because
exactly.
originally she said that the drowning was an accident. That was her original story. But they when she starts changing the stories and they become inconsistent, they knew something was up with her. That's
Hmm.
probably another reason why there was an autopsy done. And then it comes back that she's been strangled or they use the word smothered to death.
Yeah,
Um,
smothered.
there was the cuts and everything on the inside of the little girl's mouth that they said that was consistent with smothering but inconsistent with CPR.
Hmm.
Um, there's no food in her stomach, which means that she did not eat at 9 o'clock. So her timeline is all jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, there's no water in her lungs or her stomach. And we
Hmm.
went through that whole damn thing in the Kylie Rodney case with the no
Hmm.
water in the lungs and the stomach. And, they claimed it to be that her lungs and stomach was dry, is how it was. They're saying that it was put in the autopsy report. I did
Hmm.
not. I have
Well,
not seen an autopsy report because that has not been made public. I went and looked for her public records or her court documents. The only thing that I could find was that she has waived her right to extradition, so she's going back to Florida. They are gonna, so that's pending right now. She's gonna go back to Florida and she will be formally charged with the first degree murder.
well,
Yeah.
I do know one thing because when my little brother was 2 years old,
Mm-hmm.
he got out of the house and fell into the swimming pool. He didn't have no water or in in his lungs.
Mm-hmm.
What it is they shut their body down. I mean, my dad got him out in time, but what they do is they shut their body down, and that's what the doctor at the hospital told my mom and dad. he had shut himself down when he fell into the pool.
But he made
That's why
it,
he didn't
right?
get no water in his lungs.
Yeah, so that's how dry drowning happens. They go to like take a like a really harsh
Yeah.
gasp for air, and when they do that, that thing in their throat, I can't remember the name of that flap, it closes, and
Yeah,
that's why no water goes in. What
Yeah,
is
my
that
uh,
flap called?
shit.
I don't know.
I remember it
Never
was
told
a huge deal when in the Kylie Rodney case when
Yeah,
her autopsy report came out.
it's like a spasm that your
Yeah.
throat does, and it makes
Yeah,
it, yeah. But this lady, so I think that she thought if she went to another state, 1,300 miles away, that they
but you
would
go to
never
Florida.
know.
That's the death penalty.
Yeah, but I think she thought that they would never know about the contentious divorce, the custody battle, the mental health orders. And I think that she thought they would see her as being a doctor and, just take her word for it that the baby drowned. I don't think she expected an autopsy to come of it.
She got fooled. If that is what she expected, she got the shit pulled out of her. I can
Yeah.
tell it because
And isn't it, if they, in Florida, if it's a child under 12, it's automatic death penalty case?
hold on, I'm cleaning my glasses. Yeah, I have been at like I don't the fucking eye floaters all day today.
You
So
wear glasses?
I'm supposed to wear them when I read, which is like 99% of my day when I'm awake, but I hardly
Yeah.
ever do. But I started those. Remember a lot like a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about I was getting them eye floaters, and
Yeah.
then I had the headache the next day. When I was just a bunch of
Tucker heard
bullshit.
you. I'm sorry if you hear him
Oh,
yelping.
Tucker's fine. He just
I'm on the
misses his
porch,
he just
and
misses Scarlet. That's all it is.
look, I'm on my front porch. He's in the living room. He got up close to the window so that he could hear you. And now, since he heard your voice, now he's just in there yapping.
He just loves me. That's all. Okay, don't
I
be
don't.
jealous, Avery.
It makes no sense. I play YouTube videos all the time on my phone, and he doesn't give a shit. I play yours, and he's got to act like this.
That's because he loves me.
That or he needs neutered.
Who are you
Okay,
talking about?
her dog.
My dog.
Anytime her dog hears my voice, he starts barking.
He
Well,
does. Well,
hey,
he doesn't bark. It's a begging yap. Arf, arf. Like he has a full dog man bark,
The full
but
dog makes bark.
he does like this irritating yelp bark.
That's because he wants me to hear him.
who eat the dog?
I know. It's ridiculous. This has been going on for like 2 years with him.
Okay, what was I looking up?
Break.
Shit, I done forgot what I was. Hey, Dreamcatcher, how are you?
I'm
Anyway, so yes, I do wear glasses. I'm supposed to wear them. I don't wear them all the time, but when I had a lot of stressful shit going on last night, and so when I woke up this morning, it was like eye floaters
Uh,
everywhere, and so I was like, I just went ahead and put them on. I've had them on all day today, and hopefully I don't wake up tomorrow with a headache.
with a headache. Yeah.
I hope not, anyway.
pay no attention to the short person in the back.
Oh, she's fine. Scott, actually have the blue light cut off on my screens on both of my monitors, and I haven't watched TV at all today. Like,
Oh, where'd she go?
Who?
Scarlet. She's cut out
I don't know.
mid sentence. She just cut out. Well, welcome to the Avery and Betty Joe show.
Where
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Avery is the bad one. I'm the good one.
Buckle up, Buttercups. It's liable to get wild. Oh boy, she really must have threw herself off.
Every talk,
I'm talking.
you have background noise.
I have background noise.
Yeah, like a rattle.
Ah, hold on. Is that better?
No, you still have it.
Well, I don't know what I can do about it then. Okay, aliens abducted Scarlet. Okay, is that better?
Talk again.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's better.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yeah.
now? Can you
Oh,
hear
it's
me
back.
now? It's back.
Yep. Are you moving?
No,
See,
I'm
sometimes
not moving.
sometimes it's you're okay, and then it starts to rattle again.
I don't know. Am I rattling for y'all people down there in the chat? Y'all people. Oh my gosh, I've been in Alabama for too long. Y'all people. Plural plus plural. Oh, they said in chat that I'm not. So Betty Joe, it's
I
you're
hear it.
down hearing.
No, it
Can
ain't
y'all
my
hear
hearing.
me?
Hear it.
They said in chat that they don't hear it. Oh well, Elsie said yep.
Can y'all
Scarlett, are
hear me?
you? Yeah. Welcome back to our
Okay.
show.
I don't know what the hell happened. The whole damn StreamYard went down. Discord went down. My shit froze. What are we
That's
trying to
okay.
hear?
I entertain.
That's what I'm scared of.
Betty Joe keeps telling me that I have like a rattle when I talk.
I don't
So,
hear it.
see, Betty Joe, told you, it's your hearing.
It could have been with Scarlet.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been mine.
Oh, yeah, that's true. When she fell off.
Yeah, because I don't hear it now.
See, Betty got me in here changing settings and everything.
Well, my
Okay,
bad.
I don't even know what I was talking about.
You're
Me.
talking about your floaters in your eyeballs, how you've been having to wear your spectacles and
Yeah, but I got.
um
Oh no! It was Scott. I was reading
yeah,
Scott's comment. He said something about the blue lights. I
yep.
have all of that cut off on both of my monitors, and my TV hadn't even been on today because I've had music going. So I don't. It's just because I don't wear them like I'm supposed to wear them. That's the problem. Scarlett
If she's
doesn't
had
listen. Y'all know
Because you don't
this.
wear them like you're supposed to.
I don't. Y'all know that I don't listen.
I fall asleep with mine on.
I
with your
hate wearing.
glasses on?
Hmm.
Fuck that. I don't even like wearing them.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't either, but I have no choice.
you. I hate them, especially like with the humidity. They will freaking slide off your damn face
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I know. You can't
outside.
wear them with makeup on at all. I will not wear them with makeup on. I can tell
Mine.
you, I will go blind if I had to put makeup on. I would be blind as a motherfucker because I'm not putting glasses on. Not happening.
Well, I don't wear makeup, so I ain't got that problem.
Well, I
I
don't
didn't
either unless
wear
I
any.
go somewhere. Only time if I walk out the house and I'm going somewhere, I have some on.
I didn't wear any makeup today. It's just too damn humid.
I don't wear makeup at all, so
Unless I go to the dollar store, because I can tell you right now, there ain't nobody around here I'm trying to impress. So
you
there's
take me
that.
or don't take me at all.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything else with this case that I did not cover.
Like that's really about all that because I've been all over this case since it made the news, and
Well,
there's
apparently it's been out for like a week now, but
yeah.
because when I searched for it today, I come across it on Twitter earlier, and so I went to looking into it, and everything that I was finding was for today, and the timeline was like one timeline is saying that The autopsy report came back in on the 6th of July. She was arrested on July the 7th. Well,
Mhm.
then when I went to VineLink to look her up to see if she had made it to Florida yet, um, it's saying on there that she's still in Oklahoma and that she was booked on July the 1st. So, I mean,
Huh.
and VineLink is not going to have. I don't think they would have the wrong date on there when somebody's booked because it has that she was booked in there at like 5:18 in the afternoon.
Huh. I don't know.
So apparently, the article that I was reading had the wrong dates.
And there's another case too that's going on right now. Once you're done with this one, if you want to look into it, it's
Which one
pretty
is it?
crazy. Hold on, let me look at my screenshot.
Vapor, who don't waste any time.
It's Sarah Grace Patrick. She killed her parents, but I think there might be a good reason.
Okay, does
Mm.
her first name have an H on the end of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Sarah
Sarah
Grace
Grace Patrick.
Patrick.
The
Um,
killed her
I
is her mother and stepfather or father and stepmother.
Yeah, but the videos and posts and stuff that she had been putting out beforehand, like I think something was happening to her. I think something was being done to her.
Oh, did you also see where they're trying to get the gag order lifted off of BK's case?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what was it just on had asked a few minutes ago before I
Hmm.
got kicked out if I had saw like because all the different uh, all the major news
Hmm.
stations are trying to get all the information and get the non-dissemination order.
Yep.
Shit, it's because they have a lot of information already and they're ready to blow.
Yeah.
That's what it
They
is.
want. They
They
want.
have a lot.
They want to release it,
Yep. Yeah.
and I don't blame him. He's already pled guilty.
And
There's no
Yeah,
reason to keep a gag order.
there's
I don't think they're
no
going to lift it though until after the sentencing.
yeah.
Yeah, but
There's
there's reason to keep it.
Oh my god, can I talk?
No,
No.
you talk all the time. Give it a break.
Okay.
Okay.
After getting okay, yeah, vapor. I know that usually they move pretty quick after that, but I don't. I've got to go back now and figure out what
Here we
day because they're saying that the 20 I believe June
go.
29th was the day that they performed the autopsy because she passed away on the 27th. But then they're saying that it came in on the 6th, she was arrested on the 7th, which would make sense. But why have her booking date on VineLink as July 1st if she wasn't arrested July 1st?
I would tell you, but I can't talk.
Go ahead.
Nope, I can't talk.
God forbid if Avery can't talk.
It's killing her,
Gonna
Betty
blow a
knows.
gasket.
All right, Avery, go ahead and talk. I know she ain't ignoring me.
I know, right? She's being a brat. That's all.
I'm
I don't
complying.
I don't get my way. I'm gonna
I,
throw a fit.
you're not
I'm
complying because we
complying.
both just told you to speak.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. So you want to know my answer?
Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about first?
Well, I done forgot what I was going to say earlier because I was rudely interrupted and then told not to talk.
Well,
So
I
now
was
I can't
talking
remember
to
what I
her.
was going to say.
I'm going to send you a ninny, okay?
Yeah,
It's
Um,
Vapor said you can now speak, so
uh, please.
God help us.
I
Come on
forgot what I
here.
was going to say. So it doesn't see. That's what you guys did to me.
Oh Lord.
You made me forget.
okay, you were going to say something about why on VineLink does it have a booking date for July the 1st if other articles are saying she was not arrested until July 7th?
Oh, that okay, yeah. So I think that I think she actually was arrested on the first because what what I was looking at earlier, she went like right after the baby died. She
Mhm.
immediately left and went back to Oklahoma, and they already. I think it was like 2 days later when the autopsy report came out. It was like July 30th or 31st.
Well, they did.
They
Okay,
already issued the arrest warrant for her, and I
so
believe she was arrested on the first.
apparently they did the autopsy on June 29th, is what
Yeah.
I have seen, and that the report did not come out until July 6th.
Oh
But
no.
that that's what I have seen. That's what, like, two or three. So like I said, whenever I come across the case today on Twitter, started looking it up. I didn't realize that there, like, yeah, local Miami news and stuff like that would be
Yeah.
talking about it, but not out further, like, you know. And so I didn't see all of the news articles from a week ago. Hey, Princess Megan. Um, so whenever I go and get my timeline, and I get it all wrote down earlier today, and then I go back tonight. I'm looking for something, and I'm looking up the dad, which, by the way, they have removed all of his information off of the hospital website. Um, so I'm looking up stuff on him, and then all of these articles start popping up from like a week ago.
Yeah, and I know I've been following this case on Court TV for at least a week. So I believe she was arrested on the first.
Okay, well, that could be. I mean, I'm going to go by the date that Vine League has. They're not going to put a different
Yeah,
date.
because
They're not
that
going to say
was
she was arrested on the first or she was arrested on the sixth.
yeah, because it was everybody was saying it was weird because like it was like as soon as the baby died, she went she left the hospital, and did the answered some questions. She left the hospital and went and packed up that Airbnb and went back to Oklahoma, like
Yeah,
immediately.
and apparently she had an attorney in Florida when she went and spoke with the police. She went in with her attorney. Vapor, what
Wow.
is your question? Okay, I'm looking up stuff on the Sarah Grace also while we're
I
talking.
didn't give Vapor permission to ask a question.
Okay, so this girl here killed her mom and her stepdad.
Yeah, but there's something. So whenever you start looking into it, Scarlett, like
Mhm.
look at the videos and the posts this girl made, like not just leading up to it, but going on for a while. They are very disturbing posts. Like she's crying with captions that say, "Why me?" Things like, why does this have to be my life?" And it all leads me to believe that something was happening to her.
Well, I will just say this: I hate cases that involves a teenage girl, because this girl's only 17,
Yep.
and a stepdad.
Yep.
Can you get info on state agency contracts with contractors in your state? Um,
We don't even know why Vapor wants to know that.
that I don't
Jeez
I don't
Louise.
I don't know, Vapor. Like, what part of the state are we talking about? Because I might know somebody who knows somebody, but he is very vague with his questions.
Well, he's moody because he has a toothache. I had to listen to him whine on the phone today about it for God knows how long, about his tooth hurting him.
Let's see. Can you get info on state agency contracts with subcontractors in your state? Would it be public records?
The man went to the emergency room for a toothache. Like, who does that?
Vapor, honestly, hold on, he wants a link. I don't
Uh
I
oh.
don't know.
He wants a link?
Why are you getting scared, Avery?
You in trouble now. You should not.
She was like,
Uh,
uh-oh.
Avery, Avery. I've been to the ER for a toothache.
Yeah, but he's a man.
It doesn't matter. They give you something for
Shit,
it.
I
Men
look
are
like a
supposed to
44-year-old baby when it comes to toothaches. I'm
Well,
like,
I ain't
oh,
got no teeth now, so I ain't got to worry about it. But I'm saying I've
men
been
are
to the
supposed
ER.
to men are supposed to tough it out.
okay, so
I mean, he
why?
was texting me the other day telling me that he was a roughneck.
Okay, but when you get a toothache, that stuff's no joke.
Oh
When
my
you get
god, I
next,
didn't know we needed.
when
Okay,
Avery gets the next toothache, we are going to mess with her.
Avery, that is a conversation that is not for here.
I'm just saying, though, if he texts me and he's like, "Hey, by the way, I'm a roughneck," then he should be able to tough out a toothache. Oh, there he is. Gotta go.
There
Toothache.
you go, Baber. Get her, Baber.
Just put a
Okay,
muzzle on it.
hold on, I gotta
So
cut you
the
because I can
question
Did
hear you.
you
was,
say to put a muzzle on me,
no, I said it, not you.
Sir Jude? Sir Jude,
Dude.
you
Okay,
do
so
not.
I'm trying to figure out what it is that he is wanting, real quick.
Okay, so here's the thing. In Crystal's case,
Uh,
we've gotten information back from the medical examiner's bullshit from Arkansas and all that, right?
right.
So my question is it public record or can you get information on how like what the contract between the sheriff's department and outsourcing the autopsies to another state if we can get like clarification on what their duties are, what their contract says because if they're paying for autopsies and not getting them and they're always using this guy out of state, then isn't that something the public should know about funds being used for
Mm,
for something they're not getting? They're
okay,
paying for something they're not getting.
right, and that's West Carroll Parish, right?
Right.
Okay, okay, so that's not Monroe.
Uh, When I talked to Jana about it last week, she was going to try to look into it, but I haven't heard anything back from her. But we were supposed to do a backstage sometime this week or whatever to
okay.
talk about it.
Thank y'all for
I'm
the
just,
expert raid and everyone coming in. Thank y'all. Um,
ugh, God.
I'm trying to think of who I would know over in it because I don't know anybody in West Carroll Parish. That's the thing. I do know some people in Monroe that I
Okay.
might out to.
And I'm curious if it's that parish that's outsourcing that, and or is it like a lot of parishes, or is it only them because they know they can control the narrative with this guy?
Okay, but see, here's the thing: the parish that I am in, and if y'all remember back, I believe it was the Kylie Rodney case. Um,
Hmm.
I let a guy that I went to high school with, who is now a coroner in a different parish, I let him look at the autopsy. He is for that parish. He is the coroner for the
Right.
parish that he is in. Where the parish that's between me and him, they
But is
have
he the
their.
medical examiner?
I would need to go back and look at his credentials.
Because the coroner's an elected position, and they don't necessarily aren't. They're a medical examiner is a doctor. A coroner doesn't necessarily have to be a doctor. So if he's not the medical examiner, he's not doing autopsy.
Okay.
You know, the coroners here in the South, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, they're elected.
Hmm.
Okay, hold on just a second.
I mean, they're elected here too, and in order to run for the coroner, the position of coroner for election, you have to either have a law enforcement background or a medical background.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
like
not here, because our coroner is also our he's also a barber. Shut up, Vapor.
Excuse
that's
me, where have those hands been? I don't want you cutting my hair. But then again, I mean, maybe
Okay.
he's a barber for the funeral home.
hold on, I'm trying to see who the
All
medical,
kinds of possibilities with that one.
because the coroner that I'm
Mhm.
talking about that I went to high school with, he does have a medical background. He's not a doctor,
Okay.
but he does have a medical background. Um, I might have to reach out to him because I can't say what parish he's in because then it would give away what hospital I went to. But
Hmm. Well,
uh, I do know the
we already
parish
know it
that
was
is.
just down the road.
Wait, we already know what?
You said years ago that the high school was just down the road, but in that state, I guess
But
just
I
down
didn't.
the road.
But
Where,
but I didn't say down which road though. That's the thing.
yeah, well, I know it's down the
Yeah.
dirt road, and then you take a right, and you take about, I don't know, 35 miles. But with as many people as you say that you went to school with that you're always around, I'm just guessing it's not too
Hush,
far
vapor.
away.
Shut up, vapor.
Baby,
You
be
make
quiet.
a left at the
Just
dollar
hush.
store, a right at the Piggly Wiggly, and
Yeah,
then when you come to Billy Bob's house, you got to turn around because you went too far.
you got
You
to
come
Okay,
turn.
back
Yeah,
to
look,
the
that is
mailbox
just
with the
how
Confederate flag.
I'm.
you
I'm
need to look for the hay bales on the left corner and take a right.
I cannot help that is how us Southern folks give directions. Okay,
Well, that's the
I
way everybody gives directions, by
I
landmarks.
started it. I've started doing it. It's easier. It's better to remember streets.
It's called use GPS.
I mean, I just tell people if you pass the Dollar General, you went too far to get to my road. So,
Yeah, which Dollar General?
well, there's only one in our little community. If you went past the church with the big ass flag, you went too far going that way. If you go the opposite way and you pass the Dollar General, you went too far. As long as you stay in between those two landmarks, you can find my road or find the road
Yeah.
to get to my road. Let's put it like that. But anyway, I will have to reach out to the coroner and find out because I do know the parish between me and him. Um, their
Yours is like
coroner.
Bossier or something like. I can't pronounce half the shit
I,
in your
I, I,
state.
I don't know. I do not live in Bossier Parish. No,
Okay, well, I don't know. I just was.
no.
Hang on.
That
I'll tell
is
you which one you live in. Hang on.
that is an insult.
Is what?
That is an insult.
I was getting ready to say that's it.
Okay, well, see, that's what you get. Hang on, hang on.
Let me see if it's in North Louisiana, Northwest Louisiana. Don't you be giving
Okay,
out my
well, this is
information now. He better not give my. If he gives my information, I'm gonna get pissed. He
who?
told us. Wait,
Vapor.
Courtney.
Vapor. I think because it's county money that pays for the autopsies,
Yep.
even so, I think you can probably just call the county and get the information.
Well, we don't have
They'll give
counties
you what?
here.
No,
Yeah,
Parish.
no, it's a
Yeah, we
parish.
have parishes here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find Portland.
It's either going to be the county money or the state money paying for the autopsy. I'm assuming since she went to a different state, it's probably going to be the state of Louisiana. But you can probably just call
well, who went to a different state?
What do you mean?
Crystal's
Who went
body.
to a different state?
Yeah, when they sent. Okay, so when Crystal passed
The
away,
hell?
um, she passed away in West Carroll Parish in Louisiana.
Yeah.
But when they sent her body off to have her autopsy done, it was sent to Arkansas. And for whatever reason, and I would have to look vapor to find out to see if we're like districts here, like if our medical examiner is in, because that would be northeast Louisiana. I'm in northwest, so
Right.
I we would not have the same medical examiner if they're doing it by districts. You
Yeah,
see
but
Well,
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
even you could even ask your guy that you know that's the coroner if they outsource to Arkansas also, because
Okay,
I know that medical examiner Peretti, they
he ain't
say
worth
that
the
they
shit.
get no, they say they do autopsies from Arkansas, Louisiana, um, and a couple other states, I believe.
Was maybe from Mississippi.
Maybe.
Wendy,
It's
I'm in
probably
Louisiana, so I don't have counties here. We have parishes, but I need to figure out if our MEs are by parish or if they're by district.
well,
Because
what
honestly, I don't know.
maybe they outsource like the states close to them.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm looking at the Louisiana Board of Medical Examiners, or the Louisiana State Board of Medical Examiners. The guy, and I'm not going to say his name, but he is on this board. I know that he is the coroner for the parish between me and the guy that I went to school with, that is a coroner.
Okay.
But I wonder if and he is a doctor. So Wendy, a parish is basically the same thing as what other states have. Y'all have counties or whatever, where ours are just called parishes. Let me see. No, I can't
So I'm
remember.
just curious though, if how they're charging, because in the letter she got back from the board, it said that um, he didn't have to do a full autopsy because you know he he could visually see that he didn't need to.
Yeah, and look how much stuff he got wrong
Yeah,
on
I know, and
her
so
report.
that's why I told her to ask him, "Hey, why? How did he get the weights of her organs? How did he give weights for organs she didn't even have?" And blah blah blah, and they came back and said, "Well, he just generalized."
Well, he gave
Well,
information on organs that she didn't even have.
yeah, I know that's what I'm saying because she had a hysterectomy, and
Hysterectomy.
he still gave weight for
Yeah.
you know.
So, uh,
Look at the article I put in back chat. It explains exactly why the Louisiana parishes send to Little Rock, Arkansas, and it even
Hmm.
gives the cost of what, like it says Caddo
but
Parish.
see,
It
I
shows
know,
exactly what they paid for shipping and how much it is.
Right.
but I know for a fact in Caddo Parish, in some parishes south of Caddo Parish, if someone dies and there's an autopsy that needs to be done, that they are taken to LSU
Yeah,
Hospital in Shreveport.
it said that the mayor of Caddo Parish, when he took over in 2018, he stopped the outsourcing and started using local sourcing, and that's the hospital that they have in that article.
Yeah, it used to be LSU, which is Louisiana State University. It's a teaching hospital for LSU College,
Hmm.
um, and then I think they have changed it. At one point, it was like Ochsner's, and I don't know if they went back to LSU because I don't go in that part of town. Um,
Okay.
so yeah,
So are we not talking about or dealing with the girl missing from what's her name?
Savannah.
Yeah, Savannah. We kind of at a
I
stuck
sent
point.
Kirsten. I sent Kirsten a message. I still have not heard back from her because I know for a fact on some of those AWP videos when they went south of Shreveport, where they're from, I know for a fact that there was several boat ramps that were close to where her dad lives that they missed. Um, One of them is actually not very just a 10-minute drive from one of them that they did search. So I don't know if
Hmm.
maybe she just didn't know about it or if maybe she thought Savannah didn't know about it, but it's a very secluded boat ramp. And I was kind of wanting to talk to her about it. And there was another thing that I wanted to ask her about. Uh,
Yeah, it
if
seems
She
like a lot
she
of people
said
are trying to get messages to her, and she's not responding.
no,
yeah,
no.
because
She said she replied to me in the group, and she said that
You
she can't find our messages in message requests.
Oh, really?
She said
okay,
she's been looking because I told her there's one from me, one from Scarlett. I told her, and she's like, she can't find the message request. I was trying to explain to her how to find it, but apparently she's not.
okay,
I
well
don't know what.
maybe. Maybe I need to go in there and leave my email because I have a question about the route that they are claiming that Savannah took for
All
the
she has
two
to
Hmm.
years.
click on the. It says
Um,
because it'll pop up message request. All she has to do is click on it.
Yeah, I told her, I tried to explain it to her, and she said she's not seeing our messages. So I don't know.
okay. All right. I'll go in there and just leave my email then and see if she can email me and if I can get her in Discord where I can talk to her. Then I'll just do it that way because the route that they are saying that Savannah took for 2 years from Montgomery to Shreveport makes absolutely no sense to me. And that is only because I know that area very well, and the way that they are saying that she was going would have taken her 45 minutes out of the way when it would have been a straight shot from her dad's house to Highway 1 and then Highway 1 north to LSU to the college.
By the way, everybody, we're now talking about Savannah Hill. I
Hell,
know that the chat probably has no idea what we're talking about.
they do if they've been here.
Yeah,
What was
they
her
know we
full
skip
name?
it.
Savannah
Savannah Nicole Hill.
Nicole Hill. Yep.
Okay.
So nobody's gotten clarification on the Cash App stuff that was purchased or
No,
whatever in Texas or nothing.
no,
Wait, I
I
have
haven't
it.
seen anything.
One of them, shit, I don't know where my notes are at, but I want to say it was said that one of them, or maybe two of those, were from the Shreveport area over close to where the boyfriend lived at, and that like where that the Chevron, the Brookshires, and all that where her phone last pinged.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that that's what I heard. I've got it all wrote down. I'll have to find the notes.
You want to do a third channel, Scarlett,
No,
just
I
Now,
for
don't.
missing people and call it Lost and Found?
No,
Doug
I don't.
Bishop said that he will go search if he can get in touch with her family and is given a location.
I can give them, like I said, about 5 or 6 more boat ramps
He said
that
that
that was
when I
missed.
emailed Doug Bishop, he said that he has to make contact. He has to be in contact with their family. Like their
Right.
family has to
Yeah.
formally request him or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they're not going to just come search for a missing person and then not the family not be okay
Yeah,
with it.
but he knew exactly who I was talking about, and he knew of the other places, the other organizations that have searched. And
Mm-hmm.
he said that he would be more than happy to get it on their list. Because I told him that Scarlett knows of some places that she thinks hadn't been searched.
Well,
And
I know for a fact there is one boat ramp that was not searched that is close to a boat ramp, literally on the opposite end of the water from one of them that they searched down there. One of the dams that they searched.
oh
Hey,
yeah,
Scarlett,
Uh huh.
can you stop fucking around? Can
Huh?
you
don't talk to Scarlett like that again. I told you.
listen?
He knows
Adults are
better.
talking.
First of all,
Well, then
That.
you need to mute.
Oh my god. Can that link you just that she put over there and the one you just put in Discord? Can you send that to Jana?
how do I get in touch with Jana? I
You don't
have
have her
her number.
number?
Faber, you
Oh
can do
no.
it.
I know I can, but I don't feel like it. My tooth hurts.
I know.
Hey, Kat. Who gives a shit about your tooth hurting? Shit.
Oh, he does.
The
Did
what?
you go get that stuff I told you about?
No, I went and got the antibiotics and the painkiller though,
Oh, hey, I know
Why
how to get
didn't
in
you?
touch with Jana.
because I didn't have time. I had to go pick up my pizza.
You never listen.
I always listen. I don't mind very well, but I always listen.
Uh,
Oh my god. Yeah, I swear before Jesus, y'all are worse than brother and sister.
Well,
oh,
don't
I
go
know.
there because in her state, that could mean something completely different.
Hmm.
Okay,
I'm not
Hmm.
from Alabama. God bless it.
Neither am I, but you live there, so you lived there long
Honest,
enough. You were just saying you were starting to act and talk like that.
it doesn't mean I'm from here.
I didn't say you were from the. Okay, wherever the K bar is, somebody get it and throw it at her.
Okay, I just sent it to Jana. The link.
Thank you.
Yep. And told her that you asked me to send it to her. So. Oh, never mind. That's somebody else. Is Shane in here?
I haven't seen him, but
Because I heard that today is Shane's birthday. So if y'all see him come in,
Oh,
uh, please wish him a happy birthday. And then I just seen it was somebody else's birthday, and I thought it was Princess Megan. That's why I got excited for a second, but it's another princess.
Betty Joe's is coming up.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to remind me because
17th.
hold on, y'all.
She's gonna be 74.
oh my God, will you leave her alone?
That'll make her come off mute.
Oh,
Shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm talking to Jana real quick. How the fuck do you spell
Vapor,
yeah.
Oroen?
what does it say around your little circle? I can't read it. Something
Well,
operational.
it's First Special Forces Operation Detachment Delta.
Oh, okay. Hey, did you know, Vapor, did you know that Travis Decker failed Ranger School?
Wait, what? How's he in a Ranger battalion
Yeah,
if he failed Ranger?
Yep, he did. He failed. So
am I Scott?
he's actually infantry.
Well,
Wait, then why is his ex-wife saying that he's a ranger, and that's what her attorney put out that he is an
He's
army ranger?
he was on the 75th Ranger Battalion, but he
mhm.
was an infantryman. He
All
failed
Rangers are
the
infantry.
he failed
Well,
the
not all.
knot tying
Oh
in
my
the knot tying in the class. He failed that part, and he failed another part for the Elite Ranger Academy.
But
And
why would her attorney say that though?
his dad wouldn't let him live it down, because his dad always had to one up him, and his dad was a Green Beret, and so no matter what he did, his dad was always telling him that he still wasn't as good as his dad. And
That's kind of shitty.
yeah, I found these articles from 2020 where Chavez gives direct quote to this magazine. It's a military magazine, and one of Chavez's one of the guys that he went to combat with also gave an interview. And so then I pulled it up, and sure enough, he did. He failed Ranger School.
But why would the attorney say that he was an army ranger?
Um,
Um,
so, what
I
do you
haven't
know
seen
what
her
his
say,
MOS was?
huh?
Do you know what his MOS was?
Yeah, he was. First he was a parachuter, and then he was
A
a
par-
Yep,
Parachuter.
he
I'm
was a
serious.
parachuter.
That would be
Yeah,
Is that
airborne.
no, he was a parachuter,
that's airborne
That's
qualified?
airborne.
Yeah.
and then he was.
That's
See,
my
the
cousin.
most
My
circle you
cousin is
can't read.
airborne.
And then he was. Oh crap! I'm trying to think of what his MOS was when he was in the 75th Battalion. He
Probably,
was. Uh,
I mean, if he was regular infantry before he went in there, then it's probably 11 Bravo. But
it is.
if
That it.
he
That's it.
didn't,
Yep.
yeah, but
That's
if
it.
he didn't, if he failed Ranger School, though, I don't know how he's in a 75th Ranger Battalion as an
Mhm.
11 Bravo because it's not like you're either in the Rangers or you're
Mhm.
not in a Ranger, you know. So
Yep.
unless if he's an 11 Bravo and he failed, he couldn't be a Ranger. he's. I mean, but he could be in the Ranger battalion, like if he was a medic, or if he was a weapons specialist or something.
Hmm.
But that would be a completely different MOS.
Yeah, it's hold on. I'll find it because I have it all pulled up from earlier today.
Who are we talking about?
Travis
Travis
Decker.
Decker, because
Oh,
they
Mini
think
Pecker.
now that they're closing in on him that he is in the Sawtooth area in
Yeah, but that's
Idaho.
been 2 days now.
Yeah, and they're claiming I didn't really think anything about it, but they're saying that the tip that came in like explained his tattoos
Yeah.
very detailed with his tattoos. So they're thinking that that is where he is at now. But yeah, like you said 2 days ago, you know, he could be way away from there now.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I mean,
I was listening to a creator this morning, and I got a little upset because I didn't the creator was saying that he was diagnosed with bipolar, and that's what came straight out of his wife's mouth, and nothing else, only bipolar, and I was getting irritated about incorrect information. And so I hopped up there to correct. And here I am talking about the complex PTSD and borderline personality disorder, and this creator had no idea. Said they'd never heard that before. And I'm like, well, it's in the damn petition, the court documents.
Hmm.
And then this creator, then I get back down and I'm listening, and this creator talks about, well, he can't be that smart. He failed Ranger school. And I'm like, wait a minute, because I've seen him with the Ranger thing on his uniform in the pictures.
The
So I
patch.
go digging and digging and digging. And yeah, I found the actual articles of where he was published talking about failing and why he failed, which was the knot tying thing and another thing.
well,
But
maybe he failed it the first time and went back and did it again.
no, he that's when right before he transferred over to National Guard. It wasn't long before that. He was done.
Yeah, I just don't. Never heard of
Oh
that.
yeah, I'll send it all to you because I was blown away by that. I thought she was lying. To be honest with you, I thought she was straight up lying.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That is something that we need to look into.
And then this shit. Okay, this is a quote from Travis. Here, let me send it to you on Discord, Scarlett, and read the last sentence of it. This is a direct quote from Travis about his dad, and tell me what you think of it. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay, how do we know this is a direct quote from him?
Because
Because it says so.
Wait, where did you go?
it's in the
Okay,
military magazine where he's the article is all about him.
okay,
It's a
How did
military
they don't
magazine where they highlight different different well, not, I don't want to say rangers, but they're highlighting different men in the military, and the men are giving direct quotes.
Hmm.
okay. All right, I got Discord pulled up whenever you get it sent. A damn up for a midnight snack. Y'all, I was eating ice cream at 3 o'clock this morning.
Well, if you got it, might as well.
Okay, I sent it.
I was eating Cocoa Krispies.
Vapor. What
Ugh.
is the name of that magazine that is called Outdoors? Some military outdoors,
I don't know.
and it's all about the whole mag. It's a military operated magazine,
Right.
and
Well,
it's
there's
all
more than one.
about.
Wait, cats. Would you know what it is? And cats is what it was. It was bluebill. It was chocolate
Yeah,
bluebill. So,
I know the reason I know this mag. It's been around for so many years because my dad was in it. He was recognized. He was memorialized in it.
So
That's
it's
how.
a military, not necessarily an army.
Yeah, it's a military
It's
magazine.
all military. Okay.
Yeah, and it's called military outdoors or something outdoors. I'll have to go find it again.
Okay, so it says here, TJ Decker put it well. I love going to these tough schools because they suck, he told me. And you're living like a savage, but they identify what you've been lacking and make you a stronger human. Following the ceremony, he'll say goodbye to Taylor England, rarely more than a stone's throw apart for months, and they'll soon be separated by 6,000 miles since she's bound for Italy while he'll return to Okinawa. Decker will then crack a celebratory Coors Light with his Ranger qualified Special Forces father, who this time doesn't try to one up his son.
See, can you believe that he gave that information to a magazine and then he didn't even pass the school? So his dad made him feel like shit. If he called his dad out like that in a freaking national publicized magazine, which I read some other articles where his whole goal was to become a Green Beret because his dad said that if he didn't become a Green Beret, he was a pussy.
Well, I mean, I don't know why he didn't try to get in Delta Force then, because that one ups all of them.
Right.
And King said that it's called military outdoors.
Thank you. I knew it was one or the other. Yeah, I've kept up with that magazine since I was married to a Marine. It's just a magazine I've always kept up with, and I was so surprised to find Travis Decker in there. But it really makes me wonder what the hell his dad put him through.
Well, haven't we heard, like, I thought we'd been hearing like his younger years was fine.
That's what I was thinking too, until I started reading all this stuff.
Like
Yeah. Until I started reading all this stuff.
Well, I don't know. But they're not going to find him until he wants to be found or whatever.
I just don't think he's stupid enough to be walking around where people are going to see him. And I think that this tip is fake. I don't think it's real.
You think what's fake?
The recent tip.
The tip?
Yeah, I don't think he's stupid enough.
It crossed my mind that if it was him calling in saying that and giving a detailed description of the tattoos, where they go to Idaho, but he's actually somewhere else. Same thing with the Canadian thing. He had that whole Canadian thing planned out. He was never going to Canada. They were looking north, and he was going south.
Yeah, and it's these people say that. Okay, they described his tattoos, right? Mm-hmm. But people have posted pictures in Facebook of every single, and it's the Facebook group of every single tattoo that he has.
Okay, Courtney is saying it was debunked. So Courtney, the tip was? Is that what you're talking about?
Really?
Because the only thing I've been keeping up with Travis Decker is when I sit down at my computer in the mornings, I type in his name, see if he's been found. He hasn't been found. I move on to something else. Literally, I mean, if he hasn't been found, then I really don't have anything else to talk about as far it's concerning him, because he could be anywhere.
Yeah. No, it's just the only reason it came up is because I heard that creator talking about his mental illnesses, and it was all wrong, and I just didn't like the way that she was. It was almost like she was just dismissing PTSD as even being a thing.
That's why we over here we fact check shit. Not that I'm questioning somebody's information. Right. I'm just not going to put out information that is not legit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people just don't do that. Some people just see something and just run with it, and because they want to be the first one to put it out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got a whole map of kind of tracking him. Mm-hmm. And like I told Avery the other night, it's like you can tell that he's following waterways so that he can
Mhm.
have, he's got water, and
Impossible
along
food.
those, yeah, and along those waterways are a lot of campsites.
Yeah,
So he's going through. Well,
their
I'm gonna
tab.
smash the hell out of you if you don't go lay down.
Oh, I hope that's heat lightning.
That's what?
I hope that's heat lightning I just seen in the sky. I don't hear
Oh,
thunder.
It's supposed to rain tonight. We're supposed to get storms too.
Mother fricker.
not you.
Well, if she's
No,
getting them, I'm getting
yeah,
them.
she's supposed to get them tonight too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a whole
Oh,
line of them going across the south. So, and
well,
anything that I get, usually if Tiff gets it, I get it, and then like a few hours later, Avery's getting it.
Yeah, very rarely. Like the last storm we had was coming from south to north, and I knew that one, you know, was
Yeah.
Scarlet wasn't gonna have that one, but they almost all the storms go southeast in a. I mean, they start southwest and come in a northeast direction, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
Yep. Kat says that Connecticut's getting storms too. I'm
But
tired,
Is
y'all,
it?
of
vapor
the
thunder.
rain. What is it, Vapor?
Hang on a second.
Must be telling me to hang on a minute.
That was like 30 Mississippis before the thunder came. So
No, you still got a good 15, 20
start.
minutes for it before it hits you. Once the wind starts blowing, you got maybe 30 to 45 seconds at that point before it hits.
I got Jaden doing that now when he sees the lightning. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. And it's
I
like,
mean,
Mom, it's 17 miles away.
that's what we were taught. I mean, that's what they teach us down here when well, my generation was taught that in the South in kindergarten.
Dude, I still do it.
Okay. Oh my God. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 14 tabs open right now, y'all.
When I was live earlier, I had so many open that I couldn't find myself. I couldn't find my StreamYard.
Do y'all see
Where am
now?
I?
This is the reason why I need a third monitor because I've done ran out of room on the second one. Okay.
I was laughing. I was like, dang it, how did I lose myself?
Okay. I need to post this in Discord real quick. Where is crystals? Okay. Post this in crystal screen. Go back up here. Exit off of this. Y'all don't pay me no attention. I'm just okay. Um. Okay. Courtney posted a link in Discord about Travis Decker. Hold
See, I
on.
think
Oh, hold on. I just got another link. Federal authorities in Idaho search for suspect in kid's death after finding look-alike hiker. He's a fucking look-alike. What? Oh, son of a bitch.
I figured. I just feel
Okay.
like if we could understand his psyche a little bit better, we might be able to know if he's alive, what he's doing, where he's going, what he's
Well,
I
planning.
he's
mean,
alive.
he's channeling everything that he ever learned in military as far as survival skills, what he's learned out on his own. Because his ex-wife even said that he would go out off grid for like a month at a time.
Yeah.
Everything that he has learned in those two scenarios, he is putting it all in there. And on top of the fact that he's probably sleep deprived, he hasn't ate much. He's
Oh gosh,
looking over his shoulder for cops, trying to make sure nobody sees him. He's
I
probably
was
wired the fuck up.
I was reading in their original court documents that she said he would drench the bed at night with sweat. He would wake up screaming bloody murder and like fighting the air or crying out. And she said that ever since he came back from Afghanistan, she never seen him get more than 1 to 2 hours sleep at night.
That's what happens when somebody is going through PTSD.
Mhm.
Are they happy? They don't
So
sleep. They don't
it
eat.
was,
They don't socialize with people.
yeah.
Maybe here and there.
So his case is severe. He's
Thank you, Scott. Yeah, that is. I'm not
and
gonna
this
say how I know that, but yeah,
that lady's
that's
talking
what
about
happens.
he's got bipolar. And I'm like, bipolar my ass. Give me the link. Drop the link.
All right, so this one here that so I have Courtney's link pulled up, but this other one that was also sent to me about the Idaho search. It says federal authorities in Idaho say that they have ended the search in the Sawtooth National Forest after determining that it was a case of mistaken identity. So the search began Saturday after the U.S. Marshal Service Greater Idaho Fugitive Task Force said that a family reported that they saw a man who looked like Travis Decker, who's wanted in connection with the death of his three daughters in Washington State. Decker has been wanted since June the 2nd, when a sheriff's deputy in Washington found his truck and the bodies of his three daughters, 9-year-old Peyton, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia, at a campground outside Leavenworth, Washington. The discovery came 3 days after he failed to return the girls to the mom's home in Wenatchee, about 100 miles east of Seattle, following a scheduled visit, which we already know all of that. Um, so apparently, the person that they thought was him was not him. It was just a lookalike. And
A look-alike with identical tattoos
yeah, because they described from what
because
I
they
had
seen
seen,
that shit on Facebook. Those lying asses.
and they wanted they wanted to see his tattoo so bad that that's what they described more than likely. And just on, yes, everybody has a doppelganger.
That makes me kind of mad because they just wasted a lot of sources.
Hmm.
And I mean, if they described his tattoos in detail, and it turns out to be a lookalike, he did not have those tattoos that they described, and that
Yeah.
that's irritating.
Oh shit. Okay, so the thing that Courtney sent me is basically the same thing as well. Um, yeah, just saying that they've ended the search in Idaho. So I'm guessing they're still uh, searching in Washington.
Who are you running over?
Run who over?
I don't know. She's running somebody over.
Oh,
But King Scarlet, so here's the thing: how much does like is how much is he able to keep up with what is being put out in the media with his case and his search?
who?
Travis,
Oh, I don't think he's watching the media at all. I
because
don't think
King
he's got
is
any devices on him.
I
King
think
is
he is.
saying, I wonder if they are just saying that so he can put his guard down. So,
Uh,
I mean, if he has a phone, he can't plug it up to charge it anywhere. So he would have to have some type of yeah, like
Battle.
a solar panel to charge it, which he possibly could have. Um, okay, Vapor is saying that your connection was lost. Um, but at the same time, which a solar panel to charge a phone is not going to be that big. But how much was he willing to pack to go on this run from the law?
Yeah, I'm just going
be
to mute for a
surprised.
second.
Okay.
I really just feel like I believe Whitney when she says the day that he did that to the girl, something inside of him broke because
Mhm.
she knows him better than anybody, and I believe her when she says that.
Right.
And I think that he's out there in the wilderness, which is comforting to him because that's what he did growing up. I don't think he's watching the news. I think he is like in what, like a clear headed state. Like that would be a place. Vapor, you were telling me the other night that would, what'd you call it, Vapor? It would clear his
He,
head.
he had to mute. He said for a
Oh,
second.
I think he had
What
a
did you say?
scanner.
you were telling me the other night that when he gets out into the wilderness, that it would like,
Oh, it might. I mean, that's where that's where he always went supposedly when he was a kid to be
yeah,
by himself.
So
So I
like
mean, when he got out there, it
decompress.
might have. Yeah, he might have been able to relax and not have those PTSD stuff.
Like that's his happy place.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
And so that's why I don't think he's watching any news or anything.
He might not be watching any news,
But
but
he
I
knows
bet
they're looking
he
for
has.
him.
I bet he has some type of a scanner or radio, knowing they're on his tail.
I mean, he knows that
Yeah.
they're looking for him. He murdered his three little girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows they're looking for him. It's just the fact, he's listening for helicopters. He's listening for planes. I have stalked the damn flight radar in the area that they were claiming that they seen him in. There have been helicopters and there's been airplanes that's been doing grid searches in that area, even south of there. If he hears a helicopter or a plane, he's not coming out.
He's
No.
gonna be in one of those caves. And
Yeah.
like Vapor was telling me, he's moving at night, not during the day.
Well, see, allegedly they were doing, they were searching at night with, oh fuck, what is it? Is it called FLIR?
Infrared,
Yeah, it's infrared, but
th-
it's called. There's
thermal,
another name.
It's a thermal.
thermal, thermal imaging. What
Yeah.
sonar? Thermal sonar.
It can
Something
feed
like that, but there's a different name for it that I saw. Um,
the thermal heat, whatever.
yeah, basically the same thing, but that's what they were using at night to try to search for him, and
Hmm.
they couldn't find it. King Scarlet said I'd be looking online somehow if I was on the run. That would be the first thing I'd do every day. King Scarlet, you better not be on the run for nothing.
Well, if we're ever on the run with her, we're snatching those devices from her. It's gonna
Well,
get us
Join,
caught.
join
like
every step. Hey, Gigi.
a scanner or a radio, or
He's not. But how?
they
What
can,
kind of service is he gonna have out there?
you-
If he's got any type of military, like
yeah, it could be
it
like a
could be,
military type of scanner or
yeah.
radio, and they can't track them.
Well, I mean, the military is searching for him.
Well, but still, they can't track his radio,
Well,
like
no,
like a
probably
plain
not. But
military radio. Like
I mean,
he could
I
be
don't. I
listening
don't think
to a
he's in the
radio
area.
station. He could be listening to a news station. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
don't
it
think he's in
have
that
to be.
area anymore.
It's gonna have
Honestly,
to be powered, but
But it's gonna have to bounce off of some kind of a tower, and they can see anybody who's
you turn
you know connecting to a tower.
a regular radio that does not get tracked by anything. You turn it on and you listen to it.
and like Elsie said, he'd be going through batteries with the scanner, and
Well,
unless
you
he
would have
had
to have a
some
source of
type of
yeah.
uh, a solar panel to charge it. But the thing is, though, somebody like that who is on the run, who has military experience, that knows how to pack light, but pack what they need, is he going to carry a solar panel with him?
Well, they have those little portable solar panel battery chargers now. They're
Hmm.
no
Yeah.
bigger than my hand.
I mean, he could be doing anything. He could be he could be watching during the day, staying hidden somewhere watching during the day, and
I just
travel.
Vapor,
I
you're
don't
the
think
one
he's
with
in
the
that
military
area.
experience. Tell us what he's doing.
He's muted.
Or he could be sitting in one area, not giving a damn where they're at.
I don't think he's in that area. I think as soon as he did what he did to those little girls, he at that point he left. He knew exactly what direction he was going. He made them think he was going north. He either goes south, east, or west,
Yeah.
and he is long out of that area. Whether he had someone else to help him and pick him up and get him further away, or he had another car stashed, whatever the case may be. I just don't think he's in the area anymore.
I keep thinking if he's alive, that he's somewhere close and hiding, waiting for things to die down to catch Whitney alone.
I hope not.
But he's not going to catch her alone.
No, there.
Well,
It's.
in 6 months he might.
I doubt that.
I don't think they're going to take. They're not going. They're not going to leave her alone. I don't think the law enforcement would leave her
No,
alone until he's
they're
called.
not exactly. They're gonna keep whether they're there or they're somewhere around there watching.
Yeah, I just.
They're gonna
And
keep eyes
honestly,
sure he does not
if
come back.
they do, they were to take, like, if she didn't have someone sitting outside of her house or kind of keeping an eye on her or whatever before he's
Okay,
called,
but
I
how
would
long are they
I
going to
would
do
grab
that?
her.
They'll do that until they catch him. They've already
No, I don't believe they will. I think
No.
in 6, 8 months, when it dies down, she'll be. Oh, she'll go somewhere alone. I don't know. I mean, she could go to a gas station alone.
I doubt it.
They're not going to stay with her that long.
We'll
No.
see.
It's too much resources.
Yeah.
They're spending way too much money on this guy.
I mean, because y'all gotta think though. Put yourself in Whitney's shoes. If she doesn't have someone keeping an eye on her to make sure she's safe, and I mean, she's got to go buy groceries, she's got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
she's got
Mhm.
to leave the house and do things.
yeah.
Um, can you imagine how paranoid she's going to be? How scared, nervous,
Yeah, I
anxious?
mean,
Yeah, and
I
I think that could be his end goal. Is he could be if he's if he's alive,
mhm.
he could be waiting somewhere closer than everybody thinks. Waiting, and he has
What do you
patience.
mean
So,
if? I don't
yeah.
know where you
because
guys
I
get off
don't know
even.
for sure that he's alive.
I know he is. Give me a break.
I don't think he's dead.
Nope.
I don't think
I
he
don't
is.
either.
Just based off the military experience alone, on top
Mhm.
of the fact that they have said that he would go out in the wilderness for a month at a time by himself, like he's familiar with it, he's comfortable with it. I just don't,
Yeah,
and I don't see him. I kind
and I,
of go back and forth with him taking his own life because I don't think he would. I want to look at it as he wouldn't do it to himself unless he was cornered. But then again, if he's cornered, it's going to be being taken out by cops.
Well, that's more of where I was going with what I told Avery when he gets out in the wilderness and he gets into his happy place. His mind will get clear and he won't want to. I mean, I don't think he was gonna off himself anyway. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I
who
think that
knows?
I mean, he's
I
in his
guess.
element out there.
Yeah.
You know, I
Well,
don't
if
know.
his dad was a Green Beret and he's so big and bad, why didn't his dad go find him?
That's
Because I guarantee you, if all that hostility and animosity is true, if
yep,
his dad showed up out there with him, he'd probably kill his dad.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
that could be what they're worried about.
Yeah, I was getting quite angry reading some of those articles and direct quotes from Travis Decker because the jabs that he was taking at his dad like that just tell you that, like, in his eyes, he was never going to be enough. And then I bet it makes me wonder if when he come back with the PTSD, if his dad didn't put him down for that.
make it worse.
Yes.
Well, see, and I mean, I came from a military, family. Like all the men, over half the men in my family were military. A lot of them, which
Yeah.
they're hard asses
Well, yeah.
for real.
My
Like,
It's
dad
kind of
was
like,
my dad was Space Sergeant Major, and I used to see how he would talk to the Marines and yell at them and call them pussies. I
yeah,
mean, they could
I
be
mean,
crying about their grandma died 4 days ago, and they can't jog or they can't do PT. And I could remember hearing my dad, "Are you a fucking pussy?"
I
I mean,
mean,
seriously.
it's just, and they carry that military work home, and then it's their houses ran military
yeah.
style, and that could have been with Travis
Yeah,
growing up. It,
I had to live that growing up. We had to everything had to be clean and spotless, and because we had well, I lived in base housing, so we had those checks and stuff.
You had to bounce a quarter off the bed.
Yeah. I still make my bed military style. I still tuck my sheets.
I'm
It's
sorry.
crazy.
See, like my dad was in the Navy, but he got out of the Navy before I was born. Thank God. Um, so I didn't experience the whole Army brat Air Force. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like growing up in that. Like my mom and her brother were both born on Air Force bases,
yeah.
and my dad was born on an Army base. And so I didn't experience that, but I still seen it in, especially with the grandfather that was in the army that was a POW. Um,
Hmm.
he was a little bit more strict.
Did they get
With
him
like,
back?
yeah, he
Okay.
was only a POW. It was during the Korean War from 1950 to 1953, and then whatever the treaty was that was signed,
Ooh,
uh, he was at that point released. So there was like
good.
700 and something
Grandfather
people that
was
went
also.
into his camp. When they walked out of the camp in 1953, there was, I believe, it was like 148 of them that was left that walked out.
I have studied about them when they were being held,
Oh,
and
it was horrible. I looked into it because
ooh,
when I was growing up, I would always ask him how what was it like in the army because just I was weird like that. I was very interested in the military from a young age. And he wouldn't talk about it, but I didn't understand why he wouldn't talk about it. When I got up older, and then I found out he was a POW for 3 years, he raised two Purple Hearts, all of this stuff. And I think I had asked Vapor, I believe it was you, Vapor, that I had asked how could I get the military records. And I went to digging into it. I found out what camp he was at, when he was captured, when he was released, he was
mm,
injured
Record?
before that, and everything. Do what, Vapor?
You did finally get his records?
Um, I I sent off for his and my dad's, but there was some information that I didn't know, so they could not send them to me. So I had to just basically old fashioned sleuthing, and I was able to find some of his military records that are online.
You should have
And
probably only needed his name, birth date, and social security number.
yeah. Do
there,
you have
see,
copies of their DD 214s?
I don't have that either.
Oh,
And I didn't have his social. I did have his full name. I had his rank, and I had his birthday. I had all of that, but there was uh, something because I kind of had to lie with the grandpa because I'm not a child or a spouse. But with my dad's, there was something in
hmm.
there that I was missing that I think my mom has that she will not give to me. So, but I did find, like I said, he was in camp number 3. It was is it's saying something. I've got it all wrote down, the name of the camp, but it was supposed to be like the worst camp out of all of them that my grandfather was at. It was talking about the living conditions, and it was horrible with all of those, what all the POWs went through. It was horrible. Like King Scarlet is just posting in chat, and I'm not even keeping up with it.
You're not
Okay,
talking about Camp Chang Song, are you?
yes, that is it.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah, Camp
Lord.
3. That's it. Like I said, 700 and something people went in there total in those 3 years, and only I want to say it was like 100 and something that walked out
Yeah.
in
Hmm.
1953.
Yeah, I studied about, oh man, I actually studied a good bit on Camp Chang Song too, and that was nothing nice.
Yeah, they were talking
I'm
about
gonna
how what they ate there
do
when they
my.
slept. Wait, what is it, Vapor?
I said I'm gonna have to get. I've got a box of all my grandfather stuff, and I know he was a POW too. He brought
Uh huh.
he brought home a bunch of stuff.
Was his
Uh,
during the Korean War?
I think so. I don't know. I have to get into that box and find out. And then it'd be weird if they were all in the same place.
Right. I know
Because
he went
I know he
in.
was there for a while.
Let me see if I've got some of the stuff on my computer because I think I saved some of it. I think. Gotta find it. I have too many folders on my computer with shit in them.
See, that's the kind of stuff I get to reading about, and my ass will be. You won't see me for a week. I get into reading about. Oh my goodness,
Well, get
that
to
kind
read.
of that kind of history. What, Betty Joe?
No,
Betty
that
Joe,
was
what'd you say?
that was paper.
Oh, who was that vapor?
I was gonna say I didn't say a damn word. Don't you dare blame me.
And he snickered when I blamed you.
I'll get the
Uh,
baby on.
he just straight let Billy Joe take that one too.
I'll get the
Yeah,
baby on both of you. I didn't say a daggone word. I'm sitting here minding my business, listening to you.
I know, and he put that on you. Mm-mm.
Keeper.
You did.
I thought we was friends.
We are. She's the one that blamed you. She said, "What was that, Betty Joe?"
You
But
I know. I
snickered.
heard her. Straight
then
Yeah,
you
up.
were
yeah,
like, but then you were like, yeah, what was that, Betty Joe?
No, he goes,
Yeah.
uh huh.
Don't make me come to Las Vegas and wherever you're at. And
oh, I know exactly where he is.
I will bring the little person with me.
Oh,
She's my bodyguard.
well,
Ain't that
Yeah,
right?
Bubbles,
you're not going to
Bubbles.
get her to do anything if you have her iPad with her.
Tell them
Even better.
Hey, Bubbles, if you step
first.
on Vapor's
Tell them,
toes, I'll let your parents get you another game on your
are,
iPad.
are you my bodyguard?
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
beat them up,
Yeah.
Vapor and Avery?
Not Avery.
Okay, well,
No.
wait. What about Aunt Scarlet?
You want to
You
I'm
beat her
hear?
gonna
up?
beat her up with my karate moves.
Ooh, with her
Wait,
karate moves.
wait. She said her. Who is her? Aunt Scarlet or
Avery.
Aunt Avery?
Me, Avery. I'm gonna beat up Avery with my karate moves.
What about Auntie Scarlet? Aren't you going to beat her up too?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
What
she
did
didn't.
I do?
She didn't do
I'm
anything.
kidding.
Oh, okay. See, she's just kidding.
Just tell
I
them,
mean,
look, I don't care. All of you can catch these hands.
Tell them, so you can catch these hands.
I'll I'll cry up your hands too.
oh,
Hey, Bubbles, Bubbles,
What?
Bubbles.
What?
Say, catch me outside.
Don't say
No.
that. That's for trash people. Just say,
Yeah.
mind your
yes.
business, clown.
Bubbles, go tell your mama. Catch me
No, no,
outside.
you don't
No, because
tell.
she will go
Don't
to
you tell her.
school saying that.
That's trash. That's for trash people.
There you go.
Tell them, say I'm
Hey,
not.
don't say bad words.
Mm.
Whoever said it's gonna get karate moves.
Yeah, Avery.
Yeah,
Whoever said bad words.
she don't like bad words.
Whoever said
Oh man.
it's gonna get karate.
Oh my god, I am crying.
Tell them, so you gonna catch these karate hands.
Yeah, you're gonna catch these karate hands, or else I'm gonna cry up your hands.
Avery, she just straight told you. That is for trash people.
Man, I had my granddaughter saying, "Catch me outside" for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
she don't like.
Bubbles will go to school though. And then she'll go to school saying it, and then she'll be like, well, Aunt Avery said I could say it.
My granddaughter's going to school
Yeah,
too.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
they're-
Bubbles, you can tell Avery you're going to take her out behind the woodshed.
Hey,
vapor.
not that word.
that's
That's
not a
See,
that's good.
That's not
vapor.
a bad word.
that's not a bad word, baby.
It is a bad word, baby.
Thing in it.
at the top, he said bad word.
No, he
He
didn't.
did.
He said take her out behind the building.
And that's a bad word, Bubbles.
That's not a bad
At
word.
the top, he nearly said it, and you heard it.
What did he
Y'all
say?
are just making her upset
But
now.
he said bad word. I can't say it.
I'll let you say it one time. Tell me what he said.
I can't.
Okay, okay,
She can't.
okay,
Now
okay.
can I have this game?
Oh my God!
Hey,
I didn't say a bad word.
if you say that one more time, I'm gonna cry up you.
You're gonna karate me,
Yeah.
but I didn't say a bad word.
Oh, wait. King wants to know if we have asked her if she likes to be called Bubbles. I mean, I'm the one that gave her the nickname. I don't
Do you
know if
like
she
being
likes
called?
it.
Oh, stop, stop. Do you like to be called Bubbles?
Yeah, I guess.
There you go. There's
I
your answer.
guess.
Because Auntie Scarlett gave her that name.
She said. She said the other day. She says, why? When I said baby, she says, well, why you call me baby? My name is Bubbles.
See there?
See, she's used
Dad, my
to it.
name was Bubbles, Mom.
And the only reason why I gave her that name is just because I didn't want her actual name being said on here
Right.
because
Yeah.
Wait,
you
hi,
know
Dad.
people listen.
Mommy,
And Betty Jo had posted a picture, it was either a picture or a video in Discord of her with her little bubble machine. And so I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I'm gonna start calling her Bubbles. And it stuck like Scarlet stuck.
Did you see that video Betty Joe posted of the TikTok video of Bubbles where it put the song to her?
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
I laughed so hard. Mm.
Oh my god, y'all. My eyes are burning now.
See, Scarlett, this is why you got to get your grandbaby because they
No,
are nothing but fun.
Okay, but look, I have no say in the grandbaby department.
you
Okay.
unplugged it again.
I'm scared.
And the son in law goes back home, I think the 16th, 13th or 16th, I can't remember.
Well, one day you'll have one, and then
I hope so, dude, because
you'll be just like me, corrupting.
oh, I sent a thing to my daughter the other day. It was a TikTok video. It was this guy that he plays like he's the mom, the grandmother, and the child in the videos, and he calls his grandma because his mama left him at home by himself while she's at work, and told his grandma he was home by himself. There wasn't no food and all this and that. So the grandma calls the mom and gets on to her. I was like, "Yep, this is gonna be you when you have kids with me. The kids are gonna be calling me because you acted up, and then I have to call you and get on to you."
Yep.
Yep,
Look for it.
that is the reason why she needed to be called Bubbles because of her little bubble machine.
Because it's your game.
But I
Huh.
don't know where it went. So
Y'all
where's
are just, why are y'all
She lost,
making that baby upset?
she lost the
All
game.
all three of y'all on my panel tonight has made that baby upset.
I hate.
Uh-uh.
When did I make her upset?
I don't know. She said she was going to karate chop all of y'all. I'm
You
the
made
only
her
one.
upset because you were talking about taking Auntie Avery back behind a
I wasn't
I didn't
talking
say
about
that.
taking you
Tell me about
anywhere.
when,
I
when
was talking about her to take you behind the woodshed and whoop your ass.
and that upset her. Vapor, you just said ASS in front of a child.
she's not gonna say it.
HE double
She'll just,
hockey stick.
she'll just tell him it was a bad word.
no bad words.
See,
The boss,
Okay.
the boss has spoken.
she'll
No
just.
bad words.
Did you find it?
I am the only one up here who has not upset that baby tonight.
Is it this one?
No.
I don't
You
know what
Okay,
you
think
did
you
with
have
it.
Gigi, have a good night, and hopefully tomorrow your doctor's appointment goes well.
Did you find it?
I don't know where it is.
I don't know where it is either. She lost the game. I downloaded
How did she lose it though?
How do you lose
it for her
something that's downloaded?
Dad, I would be here.
It's got to be in her
because she's
files on it.
paper.
Vapor.
What?
She has over 800 games on this tablet.
So
Oh,
it's not in
That's
her
why.
files on it.
It's because Betty Joe downloaded it.
No,
oh,
I
here we go. You're
I
working your
download
way to be getting
all the
called a
time.
hooker.
She calls me
April,
a
Oh yeah,
Betty.
she hasn't called you that tonight.
I know, but she's
well,
Really?
working.
picking on me.
Okay, so Avery, I have a question.
Okay.
So when
Avery's
are
picking.
you and Gigi? You're very welcome. When are you and
I
VJ
said,
going on
baby,
another date?
Avery's picking.
I couldn't hear you. What?
When are you and VJ going on another date?
Who's
Beat.
BJ?
Girl, you
I'm
know
gonna make you.
exactly
I'm gonna make you say it.
who. Okay, well, Vapor Junior. So,
What?
Gonna make her say what?
you know I'm gonna say it. It doesn't.
What's his
Vapor Junior.
What's his name?
His
Vapor
name is
Junior.
Bobby, but she calls him Vapor Junior.
Oh,
Oh, VJ is what she
Yeah,
said.
VJ.
I thought you said BJ.
I did too, and
No,
I was like, "Oh, she wants to get like that
she
on her
no
channel."
she knew exactly what I was talking about because I told her in chat earlier
Yeah, but I
that
did.
well that's
Wait,
fine.
you
The
didn't
thing
need to
is
know.
I
the
know,
thing
but
is
now
though
unfortunately I do.
here's a better one.
I
Avery,
told her before the live ever started.
Avery, when you and Goober going on your date again?
He's not a goober. He's a nice guy. I don't know. We went to lunch today.
Well, I have to at least give him props for whipping Corey's ass.
Hey, don't say his name. But
Wait,
yeah,
what?
he did.
What?
Okay, so this is so very interesting. So you guys know that my first husband was extremely abusive to me. And
Yeah, I want to throat punch him because of other reasons, but go ahead.
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Well, so
Bobby,
this guy that I've just recently started dating,
Yeah.
and I remember the night that it happened. I just didn't know who did it. But Corey got drunk, was with these two girls that he used to mess around with all the time. Um, got violent with one of them, and this guy is the one that beat Corey's ass. And I remember that night because Corey, we had just separated, and Corey had, I'm saying his name now, he had come to my house and his face was all cut up. He was all messed up. His shirt was ripped. He was bruised and bleeding everywhere. Drunk. Told me he just got his ass whooped and blah, blah, blah. And anyhow, this guy is the one who whooped his ass.
see, so he
So,
gets props for that at least.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I do want to throat punch the dude. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
I got a feeling everybody that's ever met him wants to throat punch him.
Who's
Just
throat punching who?
Everybody.
Uh,
Well, and so apparently, because I haven't been down that way. What?
oh my god.
I didn't hear you.
I want to know what she's laughing at.
Oh
I
I
goodness.
don't know what she's laughing at, and I'm looking at chat, so I don't see anything in there.
I'm not laughing at nothing. Hey Paula, how
Lies.
are you?
what are you laughing at?
She's laughing at something.
Oh my god.
Start again, Avery?
Huh?
Never mind.
Who do you?
Vapor, I couldn't hear you.
Open your
It's
ear.
okay.
Oh my God. You guys, he's going to cry about this to me later. Just tell it. Just say it again.
I said, did you fart again?
I don't fart.
Well, everybody
Oh
watched
my
that video
god.
you singing.
Yeah.
I haven't got to see it yet. I'm still waiting on it, and I'm going to be very upset if I do not get to see it.
Well, I can assure you there is
Just say
no
it.
farting going on in that video.
I don't care. I just want to hear you sing drunk. That song.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I mean, I do. I want to attempt to listen to it.
You want to be able to file criminal charges against her for assault, is what it is.
Shut up, Vapor.
I mean,
Well, how he's explaining in it, it must be pretty bad.
Look,
Oh,
she can't sing Whitney Houston on her best day, much less drunk. I'm pretty sure of that.
True.
oh my
Nobody
God,
can sing like
y'all.
Whitney Houston.
I need to stay out of
Like
Discord right
Whitney
now.
Houston.
Oh my God. Oh,
Lord Jesus. If somebody else, y'all, I'm sorry, but if somebody else sends me another funny message,
Somebody, what?
I'm
I was laughing because somebody sent me a funny message.
I was trying to figure out why she was laughing.
It was something in Discord, but I can't say what it is.
It was Avery, right?
no,
No,
I'm not
no,
even in
she didn't.
Discord.
No, she didn't send me anything. It was
I
somebody
mean, I'm
else.
not in there right now.
She's
And I,
still on the panel, so you know she didn't put anything on there.
No,
I don't.
because
okay, all
it's
right.
just
You know what, smart
they
ass?
told me not to say anything, and y'all know I'm not going to say anything. But
No, we know that.
it was hilarious.
I have a feeling I know who it was.
Did you get it in a private message or is it in Discord?
No, it's a private message.
Oh
It's probably
God.
I have a pretty
Don't
good
you know
idea
that
what I said
secrets
too.
secrets aren't nice?
But how many of yours do I hold?
But
What?
secrets are
Exactly.
nice. It's just not
Exactly.
nice. It makes everybody else in the room feel unloved.
But how many of yours
Not
do I
unloved.
hold?
I'm not
Well,
unloved there.
yeah, you got a few, but still,
Hmm.
my love meter is a little low right now.
You'll be okay.
Go play some Candy Crush. You'll be all right.
I don't play Candy Crush. God.
Okay.
You will be perfectly fine. It wasn't about you, so do you have nothing to worry about?
Oh, then I. But
And me and Vapor were talking about podcasting together. Could you see how that goes?
Do what?
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
What are you and Vapor talking about?
He wants to do a podcast, and I was telling him about Crime Weekly and like how Stephanie Harlow and that one guy do their podcast and stuff. And
Y'all, I mean, it might work if y'all were on the opposite sides of the country.
it
Um,
well it'll end up being more like a Saturday Night Live thing
yeah, that is completely hilarious.
with who was it, Chevy Chase and that other girl that they always used to pick her. It was funny.
and both me and Vapor put our cameras on, so you get to see our facial expressions along with our comments to each other.
Well, I'm sure he would have sunglasses on because his eyes would be permanently rolled in the back of his head.
They'd be stuck.
King, they haven't even included me in it, so
Well, that's because you don't ever show up for anything when we talk about ideas.
And King is too shy to even come on
okay,
panel.
okay. But how
Well,
many times
we'll
have I
involve
been?
King, but King will what King's going to have to do is do pre-recorded session.
She's
You
not
know,
even going to do that.
yeah,
She
she
would.
would.
King, they don't include me in it, so I'm okay. I'm good.
Because King is shy. She has very bad shyness.
Okay, well,
She's
see,
not
that's why we
shy.
need to get her to the south and get her out of the shyness.
She's been
And
on backstage before. She
yeah,
Yeah,
talked.
she's
she'll
been on.
go on backstages and she talks fine. There's no reason for her to be shy, and she's beautiful.
She was on a live before. She just didn't know it.
Vapor, you
She
weren't
does
supposed
now.
to tell that.
No, she knows now. She knew
Vapor,
that night.
King, it wasn't my fault.
It
I
wasn't.
had no part of it.
None of us did it.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
Um, I don't even
It's,
remember.
tell me in a message. We don't need to discuss that on here
Yeah.
if it involves other
Well,
people.
you knew you have heard about it. Once I bring it up, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, King knows what I'm talking about." She
Oh,
got pissed.
yeah, Betty Joe. At least they do include you in some things.
No, they don't.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
we do.
You get invited to every backstage. So does Scarlett, but she just doesn't come.
Yep.
So,
Wait, hold on. Not every backstage. And there has been some backstages that I have showed up for, but guess what? Nobody else was there.
oh, we were there, King. Tell her.
No, y'all wasn't.
Yes, we were. We were
Yeah,
I
there at
was
3 o'clock our time.
yeah, your time.
that was the wrong time.
Not. It's 2 to 1. We were right. You were wrong.
No, you tell me 3 o'clock, then
I said be there at 3 o'clock.
I was
Yeah,
there
but
at
We
three
were.
o'clock. Y'all
you
were
didn't say
not.
your time or her time.
Nobody specified, but that
You
was
just
her
said
fault
be
for not
there at
knowing.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, King. If he tells me about it, I'd probably remember it. Well, see, Courtney. The thing is, though, they told me 3 o'clock, but they didn't say 3 o'clock Central or 3 o'clock West Coast time. Apparently, they were
Yeah.
talking about their time.
Well, yeah.
Because
Either
they
way,
were
you
only
said three
thinking about
o'clock.
themselves.
Exactly. But
Yep.
either
We
way, you
were
said
being
3 o'clock, and
selfish.
I was there at 3 o'clock. So
Yep. I was
Well,
there
so
too.
were we.
and then all of a sudden, there's like this whole DM thing, and King is like, "How come Scarlett's not in here?" Well,
I had to
because
add you.
somebody, because y'all didn't
Yeah, I
add me.
remember that.
Vapor made it.
King
He didn't
Scarlet
I
add
did.
you.
I already admitted
said,
to that the same day. I forgot because she is. Never mind. It's
Oh,
not.
I know, because I have it screenshot and saved. It's like my screensaver on my phone where you're saying Avery isn't to blame this time.
Yeah,
yeah,
I got that.
it's still in there. I
I got
just
that
can't
yeah.
shit
believe y'all.
saved.
I thought I was a favorite
King
out of
Scarlet
me and
said,
King Scarlet, and y'all are just like,
she said, where is Scarlet at?
yeah, she's the only one that thought about me.
Well, I had answered because I had just accepted it because I just seen it. So I just went in there and I seen where King Scarlet said, and where is Scarlet at?
Avery and Vapor.
Let me tell you what Vapor likes to do in our text chat, our group text chat, which Tiff is a part of now too. He likes to wait. Like somebody will say something to him, and he likes to wait 24 hours and answer, and then none of us know what the hell he's talking about.
He's done that quite a few times.
Yes.
It's like, damn, baby, what'd you do? Fall asleep?
I wish. I'm. I don't get enough sleep.
Welcome to my world. I don't even know what the
Welcome to
fuck
all
sleep
of us.
is.
My friends.
Well, it's better than sleeping too much.
Yeah. Suppose.
Is it? Because I
Mm,
literally could sleep for a week straight and still wouldn't be caught up on sleep.
I don't know. I'm not really sure what's worse on your body, too much sleep or lack of.
Oh no,
Mm,
I just need sleep. That's all I
I
need.
guess it depends on what you do when you're awake.
True.
Did
That
you
is
find
true.
your game, Grumpy Pants? You didn't find your game?
So, is there any kind of an update on that girl, that lady that took off to India? Rodriguez is that?
Oh,
Oh wait,
they
didn't somebody
moved
post a?
her to the FBI's top wanted list.
Yes, I knew that. I did see that. She was over there, but was that the latest update?
Yeah, I
Okay,
hadn't
because
seen anything.
I seen somebody had posted like a week or so ago
Hmm.
in Discord about it, but I had already seen her on. I think she's on the top 10.
She is on the top 10. Yeah.
Yeah,
Vapor was talking about hunting her down before. Now I think the reward even doubled again.
What is it at?
I don't remember, but I know it whenever they moved her to the FBI top 10, the amount went up.
I'm gonna hunt.
I don't remember off the top of my head though. But I don't know how the hell we're supposed to get to India and get her.
You're not.
Oh, he wants to go bounty hunting. He wants to go get her.
Well, I guess to get the reward, all we have to do is give him the key piece of information of where she is, right?
I think we
No.
gotta
Yeah,
like
but that has to be. It has to
hand
be.
her over hogtied or something.
Yeah, she was added on July the 1st of this year.
Hmm.
This
I mean,
baby.
I'll fly to India, but
Y'all know Scarlett ain't flying nowhere.
I got a feeling that India is not going to be real happy about you showing up and handcuffing somebody with
With pink
whatever.
handcuff.
I'll put them on you,
Wear,
Vapor.
wearing a fanny pack.
Yeah, pink
Yeah,
one.
with a pink fanny pack and
No, this kind
pink
of
handcuffs.
mission, this kind of mission requires my more professional gear, which is all black.
Yeah,
All
okay.
black.
No, that's
Still
Yeah.
my
fuzzy handcuffs
professional.
though.
Wait. That's my professional.
See, I have levels, to my bounty hunting. I've only showed you
The problem is she hasn't qualified to use the skills for the first level yet.
because Vapor won't let me practice on him.
Oh yeah, right. Come on, I'm not going to
Okay,
let
so
you
what
handcuff.
level would I be considered then?
I don't know. I,
I
I don't
know
even know what levels Avery's trying to.
I'm
she's
not
like
worried about Avery. I'm wanting to
she's
know about my level.
she's
I
stealthy
didn't know there was
chicken.
levels in bounty hunting.
She's stealthy chicken level.
I'm pretty
Just
sure that Scar's a few levels above you, Avery. I mean, if she can go
a
wild boar
few?
hunting, a few.
Wild boar hunting. Yeah, I'm
I would
sure.
I would say more than a few.
But
Exactly.
see, I'm slick though because everybody knows me for being so loud and rambunctious and everything else. So when I
And it
get
Elsie,
ain't.
quiet,
Elsie,
nobody knows.
the White
But that's
Sox
the
would
thing.
give it away.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't keep quiet.
Okay,
I'm
leave
telling
me
you,
alone.
you have got to be a stealthy ninja chicken.
That's what your
Okay,
level is, stealthy ninja chicken.
if you
Yeah.
cannot be a
We'll put
stealthy
her in the
ninja
San
chicken,
Diego chicken outfit.
Baby, are you a son?
I'm not going in a chicken outfit. I'm sorry. I'm just
Talking about
saying.
Avery.
Oh yeah, that would work.
Are
But
you
I'm just saying, if you cannot walk somewhere without
the baby?
making any noise, then
Oh,
you
I can.
you
I
The
can do
baby,
that.
the selfie ninja chicken.
I've had lots of practice sneaking up on my kids and ex-husbands. I can come up with no sound at
but,
all.
but can you do it in the woods?
No.
I ain't going in the damn woods.
What?
Okay,
I ain't going in the
well then you
damn
can't
woods.
bounty hunt.
Oh
Exactly.
Yeah,
my god.
See, I
Last
can walk
time I
through the.
went in the woods, I had to saran wrap myself, and
I don't
you
even
guys
want to know.
you
That
don't
must
want to
have
know.
been that must have been a drunk beer.
Yeah, that
we'll
must
saran wrap her to a tree and put honey drizzled all over her and see what happens.
the bears will eat her.
No, I did. I put saran wrap around my legs before I put clothes on because I don't
Okay,
want all the bugs.
that was not a very quiet walk through the woods then.
No.
Well, saran wrap is, I mean, it sticks tight to you. You know, people wrap themselves in that shit to lose weight. It's very
Mhm.
tight.
Well, anyway,
Doesn't make any noise.
the baby says
Okay.
she's a ninja.
Yeah,
Oh,
she could be my little stealthy ninja chicken.
Yeah, she
she's a
said
she's cute ninja.
she's funny.
I tried to practice my bounty hunting moves with my zip ties and my handcuffs and everything on Vapor, and he got scared and ran. So he told me I
I don't.
practice on
I don't get scared, so
a dummy doll.
we already know that's a lie.
I
He
was gonna.
did.
I'm not
He
even
was
going
he
to
was in the
comment on the doll.
he was in the fetal position in the
I'm
corner, going, Avery, I don't want to do it.
Oh, I'm surprised you just didn't go all the way and tell him I was sucking my thumb too.
It was your toe.
Well, I mean,
It was I'm not that flexible anymore, so no.
you just admitted it, so she didn't have to say
Well,
anything.
You guys tell yourself so much. It's it's like just ask them a question. They'll tell on themselves.
Okay, yeah, there is actually two women on the top 10
Oh
of
yeah,
the.
the one is um that cartel chick, right?
That's the first one
Uh,
you wanted to go bounty hunt.
Mm-hmm.
no, okay. She was seen in Athens, Greece, and has ties to her birthplace of Bulgaria and Germany. They don't say anything about
Oh, is
cartel.
that the crypto chick?
Yeah, fraud scheme called OneCoin.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're
Um,
both out of the country. They'll be back next year.
okay, so that
What are you?
was. Wait, is this a woman too? It just don't have her picture.
Who's on the most? Who's on the top 10? Name them.
Um. Okay, let me go to the top up here. So there, some of these names I cannot pronounce because
That's
they're
okay.
one of the first one's last name is Patel. There's an Alejandro Castillo, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Yulin Adonai, and then the Ruha woman. That's the woman I was just talking about. And then there's an Omar Gardinas, a Wilfer Palomino, Fausto Flores, Ryan Wedding, Giovanni Vincent, and Cindy Singh, which is Noel's
Oh,
mom.
okay.
And it says up here that the rewards are offered for information leading to the capture of the fugitives on the list. The reward is a minimum of 250,000 until May of 2023, which was 100,000 for all fugitives. So now it's a minimum of 250,000
For who?
for any of them that's caught.
Any of them? Then
Yeah,
why do they have $5 and $8 million rewards on some of them?
Yeah, I was
because
gonna
that's the
say.
minimum that they will give
Oh,
you. You see
yeah,
what it
because
so
they'll break if there's more than one tip that leads to it. They decide on the importance of the tip on how much of that you
right.
get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
because
it
the
says the reward
two.
is minimum of 250,000. So if you call it in and you give them the right information and they go pick the person up, the least you're going to get is 250,000.
Right.
Because two of them that Vapor was telling me about like 6 months ago, it was like 5 or 8 million
Yeah.
for each one. That's the only
Yeah.
reason why I was trying to go with him.
But okay, so Cindy sings. Let me go back because I need to see what hers is. I'm not
I'll
going.
I'll risk I'll risk my life for 8 million. Well, I'd have to split it unless I offed Vapor while we were over there.
Then you'd be in prison, so then you wouldn't have to worry about splitting it with anybody.
Yeah. You can't benefit from your crime.
I don't do anything to get caught.
Oh, okay, Covert.
Okay.
He would just trip and fall.
Mm-hmm. You just told the whole world what you were going to do.
No, I would do something completely different.
Yeah.
You just told
Mhm.
Well,
that too.
Yeah. Duh. My name
I
is
would
A.
have an alibi, damn it.
Told them that.
I
And it
was
wouldn't
looking
be
into getting one of those
stargazing.
too.
Do y'all see why I would not do anything illegal with Avery?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't blame
You
me.
can't even drive the getaway car.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
She'd accidentally
I'm
crash
actually the
into a
best
police
driver out of
department.
everybody.
Oh, no chance.
You better.
Okay,
For one,
girl.
I drive for a living, and some
And
of these
A
roads
box.
and traffic I get in, I have a
girl,
perfect
You
driving
drive a
record.
box for a
And
living, and you're not allowed to speed.
and
try driving every day of your life in Louisiana, and then come tell me you're a best driver.
yeah.
Have you been in Alabama? These people don't. Not only can they not drive, but they'll be smoking a joint while driving in the wrong lane.
People in
Stop.
Louisiana do way worse than that when they drive it. And we have roads here that you can't pronounce. So if you're trying to look for something, you better know where that bitch is at before you get to it.
Yeah, that's about how it is here too.
Uh,
And we
at
ain't even
least
gonna
we can
talk about the
pronounce
road
it.
conditions.
Yeah. Yeah. We definitely ain't talking about road conditions.
Okay, I got
You're
a
an
question for
honest
you.
way.
Okay, I got a question for you. for each of you. You're driving. You're driving a vehicle, and you're running from the police. And you turn down you're a good ways ahead of them, and you turn down a dirt road. What's the first thing you do?
You don't turn down a dirt road.
No,
Exactly.
you turn down the dirt road. What's the first thing you do?
You don't turn down a dirt road.
You don't
For
turn down a dirt
up.
road because it leaves dust, and they're
Yep.
going to know that you turned down the dirt road.
Yep.
Okay, so you turn down a paved road.
Okay.
Okay, so is this day or night?
Night.
Cut your lights out
Yep.
Yep.
before you turn on the road.
Yep.
What do you do with the brake?
You get an emergency brake.
Off the brake. Start the park.
Okay.
You
Start the
Okay,
better
park.
GTA
you
that
guys
motherfucker.
pass.
That's what you better do.
Okay, you pass. I might ride with you if
Well,
we're
I'm
on a run.
so glad.
Well, we wouldn't let you ride with us if we were on the run.
Yes, you would. You ain't
No.
gonna
She'd
have
be like,
a
turn here, turn here, turn here.
choice. You're not gonna have a choice. You ain't leaving me anywhere.
Okay, who's bringing the gorilla tape? 'Cause
I will. I'm bringing
Yeah, you need to
gorilla
tape her
tape,
mouth shut. God forbid we do
the
get pulled
gorilla
over.
glue. I'll bring it all.
King,
I will
don't,
have you know that I have a very good repertoire with police officers. I will get us out of it.
King, don't ask me how I know. Okay,
And that's
or
why I call
yeah,
her when I
we
call
won't
her.
even go there with that. Okay, now I cannot find the Cindy Singh woman on the actual list that you can click on that tells all of her information.
Disappeared.
What the fuck? And I know she was just on here the other day because I looked at her.
That
Yeah,
is true.
King.
The
I
FBI
got a feeling the
is
rewards
not
are
paying.
a lot like the hole in one prizes in a golf tournament. If you make a hole in one on this one, you win this car. Yeah. And then they always have a catch to get out of it.
Yep.
You can win this $50,000 Mercedes, but you got to pay the taxes and you got to do this and you have to do that. Oh, you didn't make the hole in one on the fly.
You know, there is a bunch of people on here that's human trafficking.
Well, you
Oh
guys
yeah.
remember that guy, the car wash owner who turned in Vicky White and Casey White? They never gave him any reward money,
Nope. Sure didn't. They're notorious for that.
and they would not have found them if it wasn't for him.
Well, I got a feeling we'd contact them first. Say, hey, we're going after this person. Make sure you got that reward money ready.
Yep.
They don't
Oh
Just
care.
go
yes,
ahead and
it would need to be verified before
Yeah.
you even make a
No,
trip
no,
anywhere.
I can see Avery. We have him in custody, but we're not giving him to you until you give us the reward money.
yeah,
We'll let them go again.
Yeah,
damn straight.
Wait,
we'll hide him somewhere.
she is not on the FBI's most wanted.
Who?
She who?
Cindy Singh, she is not on here now.
Which wait? That's not Noelle's mom, is it?
Yes,
That's the other.
yes, that
She
is Noelle
just
Rodriguez.
they just put her on it though. Did they capture her?
I don't know, but I saw her on it the other day. She is under the type of crimes that they put on there under their picture or whatever,
Yeah.
and hers was listed as violent crimes and then murders. I'm going through all of the violent crimes people. She is
Maybe
not
they
on here.
caught her.
And I know for
Well,
a fact she was on here the other day because
Yeah.
I looked
She
through the
was.
list and she was on there.
Yeah, she was. It was all over the news
Maybe
you
they
did
about
call
caught
the
them.
police. Where was that? Was it Denton, Texas? That
Uh,
police department? Because remember, they surprised us with how.
was it Denton, Texas?
I'm not sure,
Let me look it up.
but they were super transparent with everything.
No, it wasn't Denton. It was hold on.
Isn't it Noel Rodriguez Garcia?
Yeah.
What is she wanted for? Did it say?
So
Murder
Murder.
of her child.
Oh, maybe they caught her.
Everman is where they're
Ever.
from.
Yeah.
Everman, Texas. Okay, so why? All right, so let me go back to categories. Let me look under crimes against children because I could have swore it had her under the murder one, but
Well, how long has she supposedly been on the America's? I mean, not America's Most. Yeah, the America's Most Wanted list
since
Well,
FBI.
July the 1st
FBI.
of this year.
of this year, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they just put her on it like a week ago.
Yeah, I know
mm,
she was on there because I looked at the damn thing. I
I did
may-
remember
too.
looking at it.
Yeah.
She's not on
mm,
there on crimes against children either.
maybe they caught her.
Human
But
I'm pretty
then there
trafficking,
sure
would
we
be
heard
something.
about it.
Yeah,
abortion,
there would be
violent
something.
crime.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
know.
tell you what, between all of us, as much as we know about all these different crimes, somebody should be paying us big money
I know.
Why is that?
Use some
because
money.
you look at all the other YouTube channels, they don't know shit and they stay on one case. We know
Hello,
more
brave
crimes.
you.
We know
Well,
about more crimes and details of them than you know, like you know what I'm saying.
well, that's because
Mhm.
we don't just stay on one case for like 7 years.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
gonna,
drag that shit out. There ain't nothing to
I'm
talk
gonna.
about. There's nothing to talk
Well,
about.
some people realize that they're begging for money and they're going to milk it for everything they can.
Well, and we're a whole comedy show too on top of it. So I'm gonna pitch us for a reality YouTube show.
Um,
Oh
I don't
God.
know how that's gonna work. I gotta figure out the logistics.
Okay, so it's saying as of July the 10th of 2025, there is no information indicating that Cindy Rodriguez Singh has been captured. She remains on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list, and authorities are still seeking her for the capital murder of her 6-year-old son, Noel.
how old?
He was 6 at the time that he went missing, and
Okay.
he's been missing since October 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
he'd be.
FBI has increased the reward for information leading to her arrest to $250,000.
He would be 9 years old if he was alive.
Yeah, but
He's not.
I don't think he's alive. I think she did something to him
Yeah.
way back then. But I honestly, because he was very, very small for his age, I think
Oh
she
yeah.
stunted his growth bad.
Oh
hmm
yeah.
And they never found him, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Don't you remember she had that like tiny house or whatever
Uh
behind
huh.
that guy's
Yeah.
house, and they
It was
went out
like
and
a
dug the
little.
concrete up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, and they didn't find they wasn't it there was human remains that they thought that the dog hid on, but there wasn't any they didn't find anything.
Yeah. See, I just didn't know. I couldn't. I didn't know if since the last time we talked about it, if they had found him or not. I remember him being like super small.
Yeah, he had disabilities and like physical disabilities. I think some
Yeah.
mental disabilities as well. And she would not give him water because she didn't want to change his diaper.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate her.
Yeah,
I hate her.
it's she was a very horrible person, but she had all these what was it like 6 other kids I think it was that they took to India with them on the flight, but
Yeah.
Noel wasn't. He
Yeah.
wasn't on the flight. Okay, she is not on the U.S. Marshal. Oh, that's the most wanted terrorist. Never mind. I'm gonna have to find where I seen that the other night. Because okay, most wanted FBI. Oh, I saw that bitch's name on here. It had her name and her picture, and she is not on there.
Hmm. But when you were just reading that list of names, where were you reading that from?
That was a Wikipedia list of FBI's top 10.
Oh,
SIG. Ain't her last name SIGHN? No, that don't look
I don't
right.
know. Is that her
no,
new husband's last name?
I think
isn't it
so.
SA?
No, not her last name.
Oh, that.
Hold on, let me look it up. No, it's SINGH. Okay,
Oh,
when I type her name in on the most wanted thing on the FBI, it's not.
huh.
Son of a bitch. Okay, one thing I'm tired, but I know that it was on here the other day because I was looking at it.
Yeah, I
Fugitive,
think it's
murder.
12:30.
One
Yeah,
thirty.
I've done been on here 2.5 hours. I'm fixing to get off of here. I
Oh,
still gotta go take a shower and go to bed.
Yeah, I'm getting off.
Probably, I probably need to eat something
Yeah.
because I haven't ate something either.
I'll probably be up for a couple more hours because of this little pipsqueak.
Yeah, I mean, I probably won't go to sleep either. I'm gonna lay down, try to go to sleep. Yeah,
This little
she is
pipsqueak,
not
like
on
I say,
here. What the hell? Okay, just Don, you have a wonderful night.
Good night, Dawn.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look into this tomorrow and
huh?
find out why she's not on this FBI's list because I know she was on there a couple of weeks ago, even before July 1st. I remember seeing her on there. Had her picture. It had that she was on there for the crime of murder, and you could click on her name and it gave all of the information.
Yeah.
I don't know. They must have done something. I don't know. Right? Tell them.
Hmm.
Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night,
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Vapor. Say good night to the baby.
good night, Bubbles.
Yep, he said bubbles too.
Oh,
I'm gonna jump down.
Okay, well, thank
okay.
you for coming out, Betty Joe.
All right. Good
I'm
night, y'all.
going.
Good
I'm going
night.
down too. Bye.
Have a good night, Avery. Thank you for coming up.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to get sleep. We'll
Okay.
see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to also. I'm gonna jump in the shower, find me something to eat, and try to get some sleep. Hopefully, I
All right.
can. Anyway. So, all right. I
Well,
hope you get to feeling better.
yeah, me too. Hopefully, you get some sleep.
Oh, if not, I'm gonna be a grouchy motherfucker tomorrow during Big Brother.
Nobody cares about Big Brother,
And nobody cares if you care.
and I'm all right with that.
As long as I'm happy about
Okay.
it, then that's all that matters. So, have a good night.
All right. You too. Good night, everybody.
Okay, this is. I'm gonna put this in Discord so I don't lose it. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. Paste this in there real quick. Get out. Okay. I will be back tomorrow night, 10 or 10:30. I don't know what time yet. If y'all watch Big Brother and y'all are in Discord, join me and Betty Joe and King Scarlet in there tomorrow night. Since tomorrow night is the premiere of the new season. I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will talk to y'all later.